Wow, you guys are so impatient. Literally so impatient. Just relax, boys. Enjoy the wait. Yeah, you'll like it. You'll like it if you relax into it. Sorry, I was rocking out so loud with the music. I can make the music quieter. You guys, I went full outrageous doll today. All right, a little bit less vibrant. Oh, but still great. Oh, still great. Oh yeah, I did bring gloves as well, but I'm also like, oh, I don't want to wear more things. I don't want to wear more things. Oh, that's the right number, you worthless idiot. Wow. I can't believe you guys actually got something right for once. Okay, well, now that that fluke is out of the way, you guys can all go back to just like sitting there jerking yourselves off. Yeah, excellent. How low does this need to go? I think 6 is okay. Feeling the number 6 today as well. Yeah. Your braid looks nice. Yeah, the wig's like so thick. The wig is so thick, I have like a bunch of pins holding it back on this side. And then on this side, I was like, I just braid this, just braid it so it's not this like big, thick clump of hair trying to cover my face. Not when the face looks like this today. The volume is good music-wise. Oh yeah. It's like the levels in the computer are set perfectly, but the levels in real life. So when I finish stream, I then like turn on Spotify and I crank music from my setup here so that I can take photos to then post on Patreon. Oh, we're already changing the hairstyle? Okay. What should we start with? So we have some options. I think it's because Zibu did it, he gets to choose first. So we have like, we could do 2 braids, we could do 2 pigtails, we could do like a ponytail, we could do a messy bun, we can do up in like a butterfly clip. I also have a little bandana, like extra cute things, little bandana, extra little things. You could put my hair up in little chopsticks. I got little chopsticks for us. Or we could do the Misa Misa. I love a Misa. You know the Misa Misa where you just have like the 2, and so I was like, it'd be so cute if I did the like 2 little Misa Misas, and then I put these fuckers on. Cha-cha! Oh, that's not even. Not one of those is much higher than the other. The Misa Misa. Yeah. Okay, you get to pick. You did it. You did the 15 first, so you get to pick which hairstyle we're gonna do first. I love making you guys do all the hard work. That suits me just fine. So now, like another 15 now after this, I mean, now it has to get to 30, right? Let's do the ponytail first. Okay, let's do the ponytail first. I love a ponytail, I really, really do. So to start with the ponytail, I have 2 fucking measly little, which would work, yeah, if we were doing 2 pigtails, but we're doing a ponytail. So what I'm gonna do is loop them together so that I have sort of like one bigger and then loop it around itself again. And now I have like one sort of much thicker and stronger than the sum of its parts, you know what I mean? Let's see, maybe we can keep the braid. I don't know if that's gonna look. Sometimes if you keep like sections in the front when you put your hair up in a ponytail, it looks not as nice as you think it might. So wait, this might, do you think it should go in or out of the ponytail? Let's do this. I hope I don't yank my fucking wig off. I literally feel this every day, all day. Okay, like that. And then, is it okay if I have this down, or does it kind of look like a rat tail? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Leave the braid out 100%. You want the rat tail, because it reminds me of you. Because it also reminds you of you. Nearer the Gods. Just subscribe for 4 months in a row. Good for you, Nearer the Gods. I too am Nearer the Gods. Okay, how high can we get this? How high can we get this ponytail? I want it to be like spunky and cute, you know? I'm not cheaping out on this guy's ponytail. Yeah. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, like, if we pull it down a little bit, and then we pull it... this is, not a beautiful transition right there. Okay, that's not bad, actually. Woof. Let's try it. There can be miracles if you believe. Oh no! Okay, here we go. Take half of it again. Yeah. Yeah, girl, yeah. Okay. If you believe when hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Oh, ponytail. Okay. Secret to high, cute ponytails is if you take a clip. If you take a clip and you hide it underneath the ponytail. Yeah. And then I could actually use the clip to put my fucking rat tail in. Not that you guys don't love the rat tail. She's spunky. She's fresh. She's gonna wear your dress you saved from your mother. You want me to be yours. I just tried to fit the word lover in there, but it didn't work. Sorry, guys. Okay. Honestly, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Oh, yes. He gave it a 10 out of 10. He gave it a 10 out of 10. Yes. Excellent. Sexcellent even. Okay. Now I'm very happy with that. Yeah. I did it. Woof. Can we get it higher? Can we get it more ponytailin'? Woo! Oh, there's so much hair. So much hair. How much higher? Okay. A little bit higher. Yeah. I've done worse. I'm sorry, are these your same slippers that you were wearing yesterday but in black now? I love these slippers. I told you I love these slippers. I have these slippers in 3 different... I also have them in beige as well because sometimes... Oh, my rat tail pops out. I also have them in beige because sometimes my outfit is neither pink nor black. Which reminds me so much of Abby from NCIS. Oh, the goth girl from NCIS. Yeah, I like when they're both typing at the same time on the keyboard. Oh, we got Goth Mommy V today. Yeah. You guys wanted a thick-thighed emotional support goth girlfriend, right? Right? Yeah, right. Oh yeah, I'm seeing the Abby 100%. Yes. Now anyone who comes in, we can just tell them that it's a cosplay. And that they're getting that for free on a Wednesday. Yes. Oh, I know. Okay, you guys, am I allowed to take the ponytail down? I need you to gift me another 15 subs so I can take the ponytail down. It's pulling my head backwards. I did not anticipate the structural load of the ponytail. And I'm like, oh, I can feel it pulling. That's okay. I think it'll stay. I'll just be cautious of it. Hi, I love your color of your lipstick. So I'm actually wearing lip liner and then eyeliner. Sorry, actually eyebrow pencil on my lips as well. So lip liner, eyebrow pencil, and then also liquid eyeliner, and then lipstick, and then lip gloss on top of that. And all of those are pigmented in different pigments to create this. I'm so glad you like it. It's like InvaderVie Harley Quinn / a little bit of Jinx thrown in there too from League of Legends, but mostly InvaderVie. And now that I've said that, you're like, yeah, we should have InvaderVie / Jinx hentai. Get on that. What, do you not want to be successful and renowned for your art? Come on, get on that. That rat tail is a tribute to the Attack of the Clones, Anakin Skywalker. I love my rat tail. Hey. This is a handle. So I can hold my wig on so the ponytail doesn't pull it off the back of my head. Holy shit, bully me! Shut the fuck up and give me 15 subs, you worthless moron. I'm busy being cuter than you or any girl you could ever get. Oh, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Right there. It's Earl Grey vanilla with milk and oat milk and honey. Did the gloves come this way, or did you like make them like little half gloves yourselves? They did come this way, yeah. There's supposed to be a bow on both of them, but there's only a bow on one of them because the other one kind of fell off. I was a bit rough with my right hand. Who could blame me? Who could blame me? Chat just wanted to be bullied for free. Cute. I mean, I'm amenable to giving it to them because life is terrible. The world is like a scary, awful place. Yeah. Near the gods. Can I tell you about, I think the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life? I had a hallucination. I like had a hallucination at the beginning of this year, earlier this month. And my hallucination was tied to the Zeus-Athena mythos, where Athena burst from Zeus's head, right? Fully formed, she just like popped straight out of the top of his head. I was so fucked up by guys just being assholes, for real. I felt like my head had been cracked open, and every awful, shitty guy who I had ever had the misfortune of coming into contact with was pouring out of the top of my head. And I looked in the mirror, and I saw myself exactly as I was, but I also saw myself with my head like cracked open and like split apart like I was the fucking Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing. I was like, whoa, that's not right. I was like, my head is not popped out, and like my brains are not spilling out. I'm fine. I'm just having a big emotional reaction, and that has now, like Jake from Adventure Time. Exactly. I was like, yeah, maybe you need to let all these guys pour out of your head, and you need to have this like crazy hallucination that your head is cracked open. What I'm so proud of, though, is that even though I was having this like crazy hallucination that my head had been cracked open, I put on a nice black dress with my favorite moon pendant necklace, and I did my hair pretty, and I took myself out to dinner by myself in a restaurant, and I had like the surreal experience of looking at the maitre d', the waiter, the other patrons of the restaurant, and thinking, oh my god, my head is cracked open and I'm the Thing. And these people are all behaving so politely and so kindly, and like they're like not even reacting to my disgusting deformity. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's what, because this disgusting deformity is literally just in my head, and it's not real. But anyways, don't let your anxiety start manifesting to the point that you have hallucinations about your head being split open, guys. Let's not live that way. Let's not do it. Just releasing those demon boys. Yeah, it was not good. I did go to the doctor, and I like sat and I talked to my doctor, and I was like, if you hooked me up to a lie detector test right now, if you strapped me to a polygraph, and you asked me, is your head split open like The Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing? I would say, no, it is not. And then if you ask me, but do you believe it is? I would say, yes, I do believe it is. And those contrary would both be true. Would both be true. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. We're doing braids, like 2 braids, right? Yay, I love the Wednesday Addams. Did he say something funny? Hallucinations of touchy-feely don't sound ideal. In my lowest point, I DM'd him and I said, I miss the way you fucked me. And he said, that's so nice, but I am seeing somebody, so I don't think we can have this conversation. And I was like, all right, fair enough. It's so nice to know that like a lot of these guys are decent people. They truly are decent people. Oh God, but can I talk about indecent people? Oh my God. I couldn't even, yeah, that was a very deep low point for me. You know you're in a bad place where you're like, oh, I miss the way you fucked me, to like the worst guy you know. I mean, the sex was sex. Anyways, all this is to say, I have a secret to tell you guys. I have a terrible secret to tell you guys, and many of you are going to be horrified to listen to the things that I'm about to tell you, because it might genuinely affect you. On Instagram, when you upload a story, it gives you the option of also uploading it to your Facebook. That's connected, you know? So, I don't give a fuck. Everyone who knows me knows that I am an ass out kind of girl. No shame, no qualms, no issues whatsoever. Also, people are respectful and they know that I'm an ass out girl, and there's hold on, how am I doing this? There's respect to that. I'm not even joking. We love a woman who has her ass out. Why not? If I put the middle one over that side, and then do I want to put this one over this one? No, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe this one has to go behind them? Hold on, I think I did it. There we go. Trying to do your braid in the, this is opposite. This isn't a mirror, but I did bring a mirror, but it's kind of harder to use the mirror. So I've been telling you about this, like, relationship that failed to launch, mostly, because I knew last year I was not ready to be in a relationship. I had already been in a relationship for 2 years with, like, a raging narcissist who might even be gay, and that's not a bad thing. You can definitely be a gay narcissist, but you shouldn't date a woman who is insatiably horny and not let her have sex with you or anyone else for 2 years. That's not nice. So I was very dedicated last year to the idea of, like, just being single, but being open to the idea of having friends with benefits. So I had a friends with benefits. He's one of my oldest friends. We went to summer camp together. We dated off and on in our 20s, but dating in our 20s was always so difficult. We would, like, get into fights. These fights would turn into, like, these big crazy explosions. It would sort of get to a stage that it would feel like, this is untenable, and then we would break up and then not talk to each other for a year or two, and then we would reconnect, and then the sparks would fly, and we'd do it all over again. I always had this secret dream in my 20s that he would get his fucking act together, and I would get my act together, and we would both get our acts together, and we would be together and be horny, and we just, like, fuck in bliss forever until we're old and wrinkly and we can't fuck no more, you know what I mean? I'm not a greedy person, but I do know what I want. So last year we do the friends with benefits thing. It's great, actually. He is at times showing me that he has grown into a responsible, accountable man, and then at other times he would disappear at the last minute. And in those moments, I had this insane delusion that if I was so patient, so kind, so understanding to him canceling on me at the last minute, that he would recognize, V is patient and V is kind, and she never gets mad at me for canceling on the last minute, even though I do it all the time. I should not cancel at the last minute. I should be more accountable. I should work towards what I love about the person that I'm dating. That's what I was hoping. That is not what happened. That is not what happened. No. I discovered that man, Stretch, is a fucking narcissist. And unsurprisingly, his, like, 3 best friends, one of which is his brother, the other 2 are brothers themselves. So it's like 2 sets of brothers. All 4 of them are best friends. They're all fucking, like, birds of a feather really do truly fucking flock together. So you can see on Facebook who is watching your story from Instagram. Yes, that is the secret, my friends. You can see from Facebook who is creepily watching your Instagram stories, but doing it from Facebook, where they believe their actions are in the shadows, hidden, imperceptible. What really bothered me is that one of Stretch's friends, the older brother in the quadrangle of the brunette side, would always watch my fucking Instagram stories. He would always watch my fucking Instagram stories. And he was never really particularly kind to me. Kind of just treated me how he treats all women, which is poorly. I didn't love it, but then I also was like, you're, like, best friends with my guy, so I'll learn how to put up with it. But that guy fucking dumped me, so this man is fucking nothing to me. So when I saw that he had watched my story on Instagram yesterday, it filled me with this incredible rage. Because I have no problem. I have no problem if you want to I have friends, like ex-boyfriends, creep my Instagram story through Facebook. No problem at all. Those guys are good by me. Whatever, it's cool. But I do not condone men who are gonna sneak around in the fucking shadows like rats and make me party to something that I do not want to be a part of. Because this dude is married with a baby. He got married a few years ago. They have a baby. Their baby is so young. And instead of, focusing on his postpartum wife, raising his baby, He's looking at photos of my ass every single day that I post it. I get it. You can do both. I don't give a fuck. There are lots of guys who can look at pictures of my ass and raise a family, go to work, do the best they can. Absolutely, I believe it. But those people are decent human beings who treat me like a human being as well. And he is not a decent human being who treats me like a human being. He is a disgusting, filthy monster who treats sexy women like objects. So he can go fuck himself. I messaged him this morning when I couldn't sleep, so angry about the violation I felt like he was making me a part of. I don't want to be the other woman next to this beautiful wife of his who gave birth to his child and is completely innocent in this, absolutely. I don't like it. I don't want to be a part of it. So I messaged him this morning in a sort of fit of blind rage, and I said, I can see you watching my Instagram stories. Your wife and baby deserve more respect. And then he blocked me. I couldn't imagine a greater confirmation of I love that that popped out of my face. I couldn't imagine a greater confirmation of what I was feeling. Yeah, it was great, yeah. Ah, that's the tea. That's the tea. That's the tea. I even thought of like updating my Instagram story showing me saying, I can see that you're watching my Instagram story every day. Your wife and baby deserve more respect. And then it's like this person is no longer able to communicate because he blocked me. Thought about putting it on my Instagram story, but then I realized I don't even want to dedicate 5 seconds to that man on my Instagram. My Instagram's about my ass. My ass, people! My ass. My ass. My Instagram is about my ass. Your ass, people? Yes. Correct. My ass people. My ass people. I love your Instagram. I love my Instagram too. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Here, it can just lay like that. And it makes me so happy. Pippi Longstocking and your Poppy Longstroking. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Nope, nope, nope. Why did I turn on clipping? Nope. No, no. No, 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 no. That cat, the first time it sees a baby. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Poppy Longstroke. Stop. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. Please don't say that because it's awful and hilarious. So we're doing like Wednesday Addams 80s style workout gear. Yes we are. Yes we are. Until somebody gives another 15 subs and then we do a new hairstyle. Maybe we'll do the Misa Misa next. Oh, good evening. Good evening. Yeah. Last night was like the half moon. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's tonight. It kind of looked like it was last night, but maybe it's tonight. And I'm like, yeah, you got to feel the balance. How balanced do you guys feel in your lives? People are so off balance. One of my favorite content creator, InvaderVie, she's the creator of Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. You should, she like posted on Blue Sky some like positivity, just being like, hey guys, wow, what like crazy times we fucking live in, right? Let's remember to like not be assholes to each other. And people were like an asshole to her, unsurprisingly. That's not good. That's not good. I commented the other day that the next IRL mod meetup, everyone should dress up as the Addams family. Oh my god, so fun, so right, yeah. Demon Dad as Gomez, me as Morticia. Good evening. Oh my god, fuzzy bastard. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's great and I love it. Bethany audition or Bethany audion? The moon really does nothing to me. Now, I don't want to be rude, but we, you and I, are ugly bags of mostly water. Truthfully. It's just how it goes. That's how aliens see us. It's impossible that the moon doesn't affect us. Our bodies are mostly water. And the moon does that thing that it does to water, which is why we're all here and alive, because of the tides moving in and out and allowing us to go from living in the water to living on land, right? So you definitely are affected by the moon. What seems a lot more likely, what seems a lot more true than the moon doesn't affect you, is that you are not sensitive enough to feel how the moon affects you. You are numb to the effects of the moon. Not that the moon does not affect you. But who's your favorite character from Death Note? I haven't watched it in a very long time. Ryuk, right? That's his name? I feel like that might be not his name, but also kind of his name. I feel like, oh my god, he loves apples. I love Snow White, who also loves apples. Yeah. Ryuk is Light's Shinigami. Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, good, yeah. Imagine he's my favorite character and I forgot his name. That happens sometimes. Oh, I just love him. I think he's so funny. He's so funny, so sweet. He's just like, oh, I'm just bored. Let's just see what happens. Start throwing fucking Death Notes into the human world. I love Death Note. I love Death Note. It was so, I mean, like, I feel like the montage of, you know, in the early few episodes before Elle gets involved, really, like even before Elle's revealed, kind of, and it's that like really intense like zoom in and out, and he's like writing so hard and so fucking fast. He's doing all these murders and he's creating his perfect world, and it's so crazy. It's so dramatic and over the top and fucking ridiculous. Elle is just like, I mean, it's wonderful because it's a continuation and sort of like fantasy fan fiction of Sherlock Holmes. Like in Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock is always right in his assumptions. 100% of his observations lead to 100% correct conclusions. That's pretty fucking rare. It's usually 50-50. Sometimes less than that. North Countryman, you believe that Luigi is a psychotic murderer? I agree that Luigi did pull the trigger and murder another human being. I agree he is a murderer. I don't believe for a second that he was psychotic when he did it. Not even a little bit. I think he did it within full understanding of the consequences and the reality of what he was doing. Okay, what tea is this? It is vanilla Earl Grey with vanilla oat milk. Oh, so good. Vanilla on vanilla. And honey. I definitely put honey in here too. Yeah. The internet says that my surname is said Adia. But I received it in a video game world. Adia. Like the word idea, but with like a long drawn out first syllable. Adia. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. It's coming through. It's coming up. It's coming around. It's coming for me. It's coming for you. Sneeze. Look into the light. Sneeze. Look into the light. Sneeze. I can feel it tickling me right here in this part of my nostril. Just like tap dancing right here going, are you gonna sneeze? Are you not? Are you gonna sneeze? Are you not? Are you gonna sneeze? Are you not? I guess I'm not gonna sneeze. I guess I'm not gonna sneeze. Oh, well. Oh, interesting. Wow. Gazerk, welcome for 15 months in a row. That's the right number of months in a row. Here, I'll let my ponytail come hang out from underneath my armpit so that you guys can imagine that I have gigantic, out-of-control armpit hair. Like Linda in that episode of Bob's Burgers. Bob's Boigers. Bob's Burgers. It's not where a diphthong would go, V. You don't put it there. Do you remember the episode? Linda couldn't shave her pits because she had... I mean, they didn't specifically say that she had folliculitis, but one of my best friends growing up in childhood was, like, super allergic to a lot of stuff. I honestly feel that, like, she was mostly allergic to a lot of stuff because her parents filled her with a really intense baseline of anxiety. Not saying that my parents didn't. My parents absolutely did as well, and I could recognize that in her. I think that's why we were best friends. And anytime she shaved her armpits, she would get this, like, really crazy infected rash. And then another friend of mine got the same thing. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, 2 women getting this. Apparently it's pretty common, folliculitis. It's just, like, irritation from getting razor burn just, like, turns into, like, a big, crazy fucking rash. Bethany, sweetheart, my darling, my dear. I don't really think it matters if I said your surname correctly or not. You're being a little bit silly in imagining that me as a Twitch streamer here with a couple hundred people watching them is going to stop everything that she's doing to try to get your made-up username perfectly correct. You need to check your entitlement, my sweet darling. Oh no. Oh, then it's Schrodinger's asshole, of course, in the next response. I mean, there's nothing less surprising than somebody being emotionally immature and then following up that emotional immatureness with more emotional immaturity. Oh, I was actually just joking. I actually was just, like, joking. So the reality is, I can tell that you were trying to make a joke. I'm telling you that it was bad. It was a bad joke and it didn't land. The solution is not to keep digging. The solution is to do what you did just now, which was, like, so skip straight to that step where you just go, oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go. That's all it takes. It starts with sorry. And now somebody else is going to gift me some subs to sort of, like, break through the tension that you created, which is totally fine. I'll make fun of that person for wasting their hard-earned money. Joe Schmo. Exactly, Joe Schmo. The hairstyle is so cute, though. I mean, maybe we don't want to gift more subs because we don't want to change the cute hairstyle. I love it. It's so adorable. Yeah. What happened to the VOD YouTube channel? I never made that. That was somebody else who was running that. I didn't do that. You'd have to ask the person who was running it. Oh, GothV, 10 out of 10. Yay. Fuzzy Bastard says, just give 14 at a time. Oh yeah, because we're a couple over. It wouldn't even be 15 because we're at 33 out of 45 anyway, so. There you go. Benanen 10. Benanen 10. Tell me that you want me to cosplay as your cousin. Without telling me that you want me to cosplay as your cousin, Benanen 10. Yeah, donate 13 since it's a goth number. I'm so hardcore, so gothy. I actually do love being, because I think it's so fun that I'm such a rainbow, bubbly, sunshiny girl, but also do really fucking love the goth aesthetic. You would look great as Lara Croft. I've already done a Lara Croft cosplay and I was great in it. Yeah, you're right. The VOD channel is still there, but they haven't uploaded in the past 5 weeks. Ooh, oh no. Oh no, getting far behind. I feel like the past 5 weeks have been the best 5 weeks of streaming. Damn, that sucks. Well, somebody should grab the last 5 weeks of streaming and they should upload them. Those have been some of the best streams. Yeah, the Raven cosplay got me banned. Yep. I love that this chatter is just, I'm like, hey dude, maybe just check yourself. And they're like, instead of checking myself, I'm gonna keep opening my mouth and saying things. There they go again. Why did Raven get you banned? Oh, honey. Moderators, we can ban that person who used the banned word. Any Marvel Rivals cosplays? Oh my god. I need to, you guys can, there's already so much pornography of Marvel Rivals. I need to get through all of it before I actually understand the characters first. Yeah. Yep, all this noise knows. It's because she looked too good. And ain't that the truth? And ain't that the truth? I have like secretly 20 past vids from your stream for the last 2 years. I feel like in the last 5 weeks though, I really sort of figured my shit out, which makes me so sad that that guy was like, I'm gonna give. It's that meme of that person digging and the diamonds are just on the other side of that very thin wall. Chester Drawers says, it's crazy how hot the Marvel rival models are. It's not crazy. It actually makes perfect logical sense, my dear. Yeah. Playing as a hot girl, playing with a hot girl, playing while you get to watch a hot girl. I mean, women love women. Men love women. It's crazy that, like, everyone loves women, but then we also treat women really poorly. It's almost as if the love that we feel for women makes us feel vulnerable, and then that vulnerability causes a sort of adverse reaction. Yeah. I want it to be more round, but it doesn't, like, stay perfectly round. I want it to be a drawing instead of a real piece of functional jewelry. You should do a Scarlet Witch cosplay. Yeah, it's on my list. Yeah, it's on the list. Oh. You guys, I'm like, yo, my face is so bright. It's because I had that mirror over there literally pointed straight at my face. My face isn't actually like that much wronger the color of my body. It's because I had the mirror pointing and it was reflecting the light from the window behind me directly, like, right into my full face. It's like, that fucking mirror is bright as shit. Right, yeah. Moderators, I feel like this guy in chat is doing that thing where he just uses a bunch of words to, like, say an edgy thing, but he's not actually saying anything at all, you know what I mean? Their username is Modesty Us. Maybe we should teach them some modesty, yeah. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the prettiest V of them all? The one with the Misa Misa hairstyle. Not that I don't love the braids. The braids are so cute, very Jinx. But give me the Misa Misa. Give me the Misa Misa. Shade Wolf Sniper. Your voice is so soothing to hear while I'm working. I moved my microphone a little bit closer so you could hear me more clearly, not quickly rather. So you could hear me more clearly. I'm so happy that you love it. I've also, like, my hobby is singing, which, I mean, means that I sort of naturally kind of put a musicality into my voice, or at least try to. And oh, it feels so good to feel, like, to actually feel the vibrations in my chest and in my body and in my, like, lips and teeth and tongue and jaw and mouth, cheeks, gums, everywhere. Before, when I would sing, eventually I would be kind of numb to those sensations, and then I would, like, lose track of where my voice was in my body, and I would, like, not be able to breathe as deeply, support myself. I didn't know how to, like, activate my core to let the breath drop down for those big high notes. And I learned all about this in theater school and through years of being a Disney princess. I learned all these things, but I really hadn't internalized them. I really couldn't feel them. And now, in my 35th year of living, I'm starting to do it. Better late than never, right? Okay, guys, you gotta donate so I can do the Misa Misa hairstyle. It's gonna be so cute. I have those 2 little clips that absolutely must go into my hair. It's so adorable. And also, to do my hair, I will have to lift my hands above my head. Now, I'll get banned if I was ever to lift my legs above my head, which is why they are firmly but close to above my head. But you can't ban me for lifting my arms above my head. That's always allowed. One of my favorite ex-boyfriends, who used to be, like, a really, really close friend, but then, like a lot of people in my life that I've noticed, as I started growing and, like, identifying the negative patterns that were holding me back in my life,
I was also starting to recognize the way that the people that I love are trapped in the same types of negative patterns. Not necessarily the exact same negative patterns, but very similar archetypal negative patterns that are inescapable in human experience. So he and I used to be really, really close, and oh God, the difficulty is that if you make allowances for toxic people in your life, whether you choose to or not, you're going to start adopting toxic traits. So I don't consider my ex my friend. His name is Stems. I haven't talked about him a ton, but I have mentioned him before. He's my second ex-boyfriend, Stems. I met him through my friend Brooklyn. He's a very, very sweet, wonderful man, incredibly generous man. He grew up in a really rough household situation where his parents had way too many kids. And then parentified the children, the oldest children, to take care of the younger children. And stole from their kids and really manipulated them. So he was raised by narcissists. Yeah. He really was too. Having that many children is not responsible. It's illogical and it's rude. And they did it because they had been accepted into this really intense church group. And you gotta keep your quiver full, right? It's just illogical. It's not what the Lord wants. They don't want your children to suffer in childhood because the parents don't have enough bandwidth, time, energy, money, whatever. Nope, he is one of 15 siblings. He was one of 12 siblings for a long time until his mother passed away, but then his father remarried and started having more kids. Yes, it is an irresponsible number of children. So, I love my friend. I love that he wants to support his family. And when he and I talk through our phones, when we text each other, it's fucking sexy, it's horny. We not only appreciate each other as friends, but there's also a sexual, I loved fucking him. I think I gave him the best blowjob I've ever given in my entire life. I think I sucked part of his soul out through his cock, people. Truly, I loved having sex with him. I loved being his friend. I didn't love dating him, but I can separate those things and still appreciate him for the cool guy he is. But it's very difficult when I meet up with him IRL, and he has, I think, the kind of same hold back that I've recognized in so many other men, which is that he's afraid to overstep. He's so afraid to make the wrong step. He very firmly and very purposefully is I'm not gonna take a single step towards you. It's safe to be flirty over text, but when we're in the same room, he's just non-responsive, super duper non-responsive. Which is awful, because when you're face to face with somebody and you're hey, so we've been having all these sexy conversations, it's so good to be in the same room as you, for them all of a sudden to be really shut down is incongruent. It makes you feel you are misreading the sexy, but I'm no, you definitely said sexually explicit things to me, dude, and now that we're face to face, you're oh, I don't really want to. The last time I saw him, the first thing he told me was that his oldest sister had completely cut ties with the father of the family. That was the latest news of the family itself, was that the oldest sister was I am going no contact with our father because I can recognize so what his sister might be going through by cutting contact and cutting ties with the father is experiencing and stepping into the truth or the seer role, which is very often found in narcissistically dysfunctional families. In narcissistic dysfunctional families, there are several archetypes that the children of narcissistic parents will adopt or be forced into. These archetypes are familiar to you. You might have been one of these archetypes in your own life. You might have gone from one to another one as you grew up and you changed. You might have suffered from having your siblings be one of these archetypes. You might have traded places with your siblings in these archetypes. I know I did with my brother. So, when I was little, I was the golden child. It was me. I was the youngest kid. It was me and my brother. I was the baby. I was the golden child. But then I was also aware that it wasn't appropriate that I was being treated better than my brother. My brother was aware that it wasn't right that I was being treated better than him. And he was kind of the scapegoat when we were kids. He was the one that was like more of the problem, that our parents were more worried about. It was so unfair growing up in that dynamic. And now that we're older, and I have like cut myself off from that dynamic, I'm the scapegoat, and my brother has like turned into the golden child, which is, I think, why he wants to stay in contact with our abusive dad and stepdad, because he is now in adulthood getting the sensation of love and respect and reciprocity from these men who previously just used him as a punching bag or threw him away when they didn't want him anymore. And I think my brother is like a little bit blind to the betrayals of our childhood and doesn't really want to acknowledge them in our adulthood. It's very difficult, especially when I'm like recognizing the parallels between like this ex-boyfriend that I have and like him being so similar to my brother. I'm like, oh, that's super weird. That's definitely take a break time. Oh no.
Okay, grab 11 subs and then come back with them so I can change my hairstyle when I come back. BRB. I did it. Oh, you guys, I posted on Instagram. Go look at the Instagram. I did a great job of taking a photo just now and posting it to Instagram. You're welcome. You guys, I can't believe I'm saying these words. I am doing a new pose in this picture. Yes, I'm not doing the classic pose that I always do in the pictures that I post on my fucking Instagram. Yes, I figured out how to uncross my legs. I figured it out. I didn't need no one to tell me how. Hello. Hello, friends. Hello. Into the power pose. So normally when I take photos, yeah, I'm like crossing one leg over the other because it creates this like really beautiful golden ratio line starting at the bottom of my rib cage and then ending at the bottom of my thigh. So having like a one long continuous line go from your rib cage down to your knees looks great. But I wanted to interrupt that. I wanted to interrupt that continuous line for you. Maybe because I want to be continuously interrupted. You guys, I'm so happy. I matched with this guy on Tinder and I've been talking with him and I fucking love talking with him. I don't know. There's a very real possibility that we're going to meet face to face and there's going to be no sexual chemistry whatsoever. But often guys are cool with me being like, oh, I think we're just going to stay friends, but like, I'll totally be your friend. And they're like, that's totally fine. Because then they're just like, I will whittle you down through friendship until you let me pump you full of my semen, girl. I know what you're thinking, and I'm amenable to it. Who doesn't want to be pumped full of semen? Especially by a friend. Especially by a friend. Especially by a friend. That's good semen. So anyways, this guy, the poet, I love talking with him. I think it's so funny how the timing worked out wonderfully. I used to hate poetry. Like, I viscerally hated poetry. I didn't want to read poetry. There was one poem that I liked. Maybe two poems. I like The Jabberwock by C.S. Lewis. I'm pretty sure he wrote that one. I think. Wait, did I just make that? Is that not right? Did he not? Did he? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? 'Twas brillig and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wave. All those other things that's in that. So that one's fun. I like that one. That's fun and I like it. And then the other poem that I liked was Robert Frost's it fell out of my head because I was thinking about the first time that I heard it, which is in Death Proof, the double feature that was shown with Planet Terror by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. Is it the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have miles to go before I sleep? Yeah, I almost got the woods are lovely, dark and deep tattooed onto me. I'm glad that I didn't because I got to forget those words and then remember I'm right here for you right now. And if I had gotten those words tattooed on me and forgotten them and remembered them right in front of you, we would know that my mother's early onset Alzheimer's and dementia ran in the family and I was truly lost. Truly lost. No, not yet. Not yet, Ruby. Oh, it wasn't C.S. Lewis. It's Lewis Carroll. I always get I hope that I never have to go onto Jeopardy and tell the difference between Lewis Carroll and C.S. Lewis because I get them mixed up all the time. Whoops. Thank you, Tony is up. Thank you for looking that up for me. Yeah. Oh, the ponytails are nice. Yeah, the Jinx. Yeah, this is the Jinx hairstyle. Everybody loves the Jinx. Everyone's here for the Jinx. Yeah, why not? Who could say no to the Jinx? Fuzzy Bastard, oh my god, I almost spit out my fucking tea. Fuzzy Bastard says, I'm gonna get the woods are lovely, dark, and deep tattooed as a tramp stamp right above my ass. Seems like the perfect location for that phrase. He's not wrong. He's not even a little bit wrong. He's not even in the fucking nation of wrong. He's correct. He's never been more right about anything else in the entire world. Oh, I just love your Switch, just like chilling in the back. This is my second Animal Crossing island, but I know that I'm like still so traumatized from getting dumped. I know that I am
because I cannot watch any new episodes of anything on TV, and I cannot open my Animal Crossing island. And there's a specific word. You guys should look this up so that you know it as well. Adahenia? I believe, something like that. It means the aversion to pleasurable things. It's one of the signs that you've been abused by often a narcissist, somebody who's able, without empathy, to harm you. Yeah. Adhedonia. Oh, I was very close. I think I mixed up some of the letters. Adhedonia. Yes, adhedonia. So I feel like I've been having a little bit of adhedonia where I can't watch any new episodes of anything. And I realized, like last night, this morning, why that is. Tell me, like, if this sounds familiar to you. You go through an intense, awful breakup, and you cannot listen to music, especially new music, for months afterwards. I think it's because you're so raw, you're so emotional, you're so fucking tumultuous inside. Rolling the dice, taking a risk on experiencing something new, brings the danger of being triggered into a flashback of the terrible situation that you're trying to get yourself out of. So you revisit familiar things because you know they will not trigger you. You know the emotional beats and chapters of these songs, these episodes of TV, these seasons of fucking Breaking Bad, whatever you want. And you rewatch them and you like listen to the same songs or the same playlist. Oh yeah. I'm excited to open my Animal Crossing island again, and I'm excited to like watch some new episodes of. Oh wait! Severance. I watched the new episode of Severance. It was honestly like therapy watching it on Discord with you guys. It was so fun to be able to like chat with you as things were happening, mostly because you guys might spend all of your time, energy, literally the blood in your body, maintaining an erection and jerking off to me, but you guys are smart. Like when you don't have your eyes on my juicy thick thighs, the idea of my absolutely fucking immaculate pussy hidden behind the juicy thick thighs, my outrageously perky tits, my gorgeous thin neck that you could just wrap your hand around, and my sweet nasty mouth that you just want to teach a lesson. Once you don't experience all of those, you guys are quite smart. You can think. I was astounded at the individual moments, beats, and chapters, again, yeah, that you guys noticed when we were watching Severance. Things that I never would have noticed even if I had watched it several times by myself. I'm very excited. So Severance comes out at 9 p.m. on Thursday on Apple TV. So I'm thinking we should try to watch it on Thursday night so that we can, like, avoid spoiler discussions on Friday, but I can also feel happy and confident that I'm not going to get spoiled on Friday when I stream. Yeah, we have to like see what everyone's schedules are like exactly for this, but I think we can make it work. I really do. Wait, Rich, I don't get your comment. What do you mean you saw the watch group and then you said generous? Or do you think that you were not invited? Tesla, welcome back for 6 months. Hooray! 6 is my lucky number today. Oh, Mr. Buttons is raiding with a party of 1. Hello, new friends! Hello! Thank you for the raid! Yes, hello, and thank you, and welcome. It's like a roller derby outfit today. Yes, it is. You are absolutely correct. This is very much like a roller derby outfit. I think I'm inspired because I'm going to learn how to roller skate and roller blade. I've always wanted to be able to just roller skate and rollerblade around, and I didn't really understand why I wasn't good at it. And I realized the reason that I'm not good at it is because I had this pervasive, insidious, imperceptible numbness all throughout my body. It wasn't all the time, every time. Like if you walked up to me and you extended your left hand, I could shake your left hand with my left hand and I would be able to feel the skin of your hand on the skin of my hand. But if we were doing like a really in-depth art project, and the art project was draw every single layer of your hand, draw the layers of skin on your hand, and then draw the layers of tissue underneath, including muscle, fat, sinew, tendon, then draw the bone and all the layers of bone. And what's wonderful is that if you're like happy and healthy as a human being, you can actually feel those individual things. Not necessarily feel your bones, because our bones don't have nerve endings inside of them, thank God. But we can feel everything around them and feel them by noticing the sort of lack of feeling, rather. It's amazing. It's really wonderful, this awareness. This awareness is so wonderful, but the awareness of your body is a luxury of your mind, your brain, and your body all working together wonderfully. And if you're stressed out by fucking anxiety because your parents were narcissistic assholes who didn't do their due diligence by raising you in a safe environment, then your brain does not have the extra bandwidth to do all of that, to feel all of that, to sense all of that. Your brain and your body goes, there's no time to feel yourself. You need to be aware that there's danger all around you. And people get stuck in this there's danger all around me mentality. Let's talk about pop culture for a second, because nobody is immune. Nobody is immune from insecurity. This past summer, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni put out a movie called This Ends With Us, It'll End With Us, It's All Gonna End Right Here, Right Now. Endings with us is what it is. I love that I will never watch this movie, nor do I know anything about it voluntarily. I know it all because I don't want to. Very famously, there's like this huge controversy. There's lawsuits being thrown back and forth. Tons of clips of these individuals are being played. The drama, which is a gross thing for me to say, to reduce the experiences of these people to drama, is not the truth, nor is it thoughtful, kind, or mindful of me to say that. It's kind of a lame shortcut, so I'm going to acknowledge that I didn't like that I said that, but I did say it, and now I'm going to try to rephrase the issue that has been exposed through the media between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni on this movie is that Blake and Justin did not get along. They bashed heads so much that now there's lawsuits about sexual harassment, wildly inappropriate conduct. Clips are being, yesterday, it got like kicked up to a whole brand new notch of insanity because Justin Baldoni's camp released audio of them on set together, speaking to one another. He released this audio as evidence that the relationship is not as contentious as Blake Lively was portraying it to be. I think essentially what could be said is happening is that Blake and Justin are both fighting for their narrative and their experience to be the most sympathetic, the most right, the most. I don't know what else to say about it. So Justin Baldoni's camp released yesterday this audio of them talking together as like a gotcha of refuting Blake's narrative that the movie was a very hostile work environment. The audio that was released yesterday seems like two people having a casual conversation. We all know, I recognize this as well with my own The Rabbit story that I posted on my Instagram, that as soon as you open your mouth to tell your story, people are going to immediately be like, well, that's just what it is. It's just a story, as if nonfiction and fiction can't both exist. There's room for both. There's room for the fact that my experience is not the experience, but my experience is a experience, and a valued experience, and valued perspective from the experience. But at the heart of this between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively is the heart of like most conflicts is insecurity, which is what we were talking about to get into this. I didn't listen to the audio. I recognize that precludes me from having any opinion whatsoever. I recognize that. I often form my opinions based on the opinions of other people that I feel are trustworthy and say things that sound truthful to me. I think other people do this too. We can examine whether that's a good idea or not later. So I was reading the comments about people who did listen to the audio, and I was reading their opinions about it. And one of the commenters was writing their opinion that the conversation sounded casual, and that what they noticed is that there was a distinct tonal shift when Justin Baldoni said that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were a cute couple. This commenter on Reddit said that it sounded like Blake's tone became very unresponsive, closed off, and possibly extrapolating, offended at being called just cute instead of being supplied with what she would feel is a more fitting compliment. And then this is the problem. The smarter you are, truly, the stupider you realize you are. This Dunning-Kruger is in full effect because in my mind, I want to immediately, my pattern recognition mind that is very human, just like the rest of yours. Also, I'm not roller derby Wednesday Addams. You guys, I'm sleepover Draculaura from Monster High. That's who I am. You guys didn't know, but I'm just gonna tell you. I'll go put a fucking beauty mark right here and then it'll be fucking perfect. So, the insecurity of being called a cute couple, where like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are truly, possibly the two most beautiful people in the world, arguably the most beautiful couple in the world. And so I can absolutely understand why it would feel diminishing to be called a cute couple. I can see where she's coming from. I can see why that would feel like a non-compliment. Like a non-compliment. Like, if you're trying to compliment me and my partner, maybe she felt like saying you and your partner are cute was a non-compliment because maybe she has insecurity and she has that hyper-awareness where she couldn't feel in the moment that he was trying to give her a compliment. Maybe he was trying to be an asshole. Maybe he was trying to trigger her. Who fucking knows? But it's also, it's possible that he was trying to compliment her, but she couldn't feel it as a compliment because Blake Lively, like the rest of us, might feel insecure. Justin Baldoni, maybe it wasn't a compliment. Maybe he was kind of like undercutting the beauty of their relationship on purpose. Maybe he did it on purpose. Subconsciously or consciously, who knows? But then again, that would also just smack of his own insecurity, which is, I mean, who do I judge? Who do I judge? Did you guys look up Draculaura and you're like, oh yeah, V, you're Draculaura. You're sleepover after roller derby Draculaura. Yep. Oh, okay, good. We just need 10 gifted subs and then we'll do a new hairstyle. I know that you guys love the pigtails. I know that you love the pigtails. I know that you love the pigtails, but also you're gonna love every hairstyle that I do, I promise you. And if you don't like the next hairstyle, then you can just gift another 15 subs and we'll go back to this hairstyle. See, all things are possible when you just max out your girlfriend's credit card without her knowing. When I go on my next break, I'm gonna get my Draculaura doll and I'm gonna put her right here so there's like a mini me sitting next to me on stream. My favorite thing about Draculaura from Monster High is that she has my exact body type. And I would have literally died from happiness as a little girl to have a doll with my body type, which is like small on top and then the big fucking fat ass on the bottom. I feel seen. And truly nothing is better than feeling seen, being seen. I love to be seen. Thank you for seeing me today. Thank you. My thighs have been keeping this tea warm. Eh. To be seen while I'm seen. Exactly. Exactly, John. To be seen while I'm seen. Shut the fuck up. Tesla Sliberheart. I see you respectfully. Do it disrespectfully. Give me those 10 subs. Get dirty. Embarrass yourself for my pleasure. It's my favorite thing that you guys do every single day. I know I've put together a good outfit when I make you guys really lose your goddamn fucking minds. Did you see the new InvaderVie commercial? InvaderVie is the cartoonist who created the like little blonde elf character and the sort of like handsome, plain-looking human character. And the elf girl is just like sadistically revolted by the human, but also a little bit in love with him. It's so cute. I love it. Hi, puppy. Hello. Did you bring me a ball that matches my outfit? Yeah, you did, because you're a good dog. Yeah, you did, because you're a good dog. Look at it. She even knew to grab the right colored tennis ball for my outfit. Now, you just open up your disgusting simp mouth, and I'll jam this ball into your gullet, and then you can pay me for it. It worked! Open up wide, you fucker. Yes, Tesla Cyberheart, I'm talking to you. Who else would I be talking to? Sometimes I talk to the dog. But if I'm talking to you, in many ways I'm still talking to dogs. You know what you are. Would you identify the Simpson chat? Press 1 if you identify as a dog. Press 2 if you identify as a worm. Press 69 if you identify as a sex swinger, some other sort of sex object. Cock ring, dildo, vibrator. Cool story, Daniel. Oh, wait, it's been a minute since I've seen that username. He identifies as a worm, you disgusting fucking worm. Then you are excused from having to pay me. Worms don't have any money. Worms don't have anything. I could cut you in half and just have 2 of you. I'm just the dick for the night. Sex is very fun. Sex is very fun. But then also, imagine you found out that a restaurant that you ate at twice a month for a year was serving you the neighborhood cats. We're gonna do a Sweeney Todd. You enjoyed all the meals that you had with the blissful ignorance of what was actually going into your body. In retrospect, you'd be fucking miserable. And that's kind of what happens when you look back and you realize you had sex with somebody who was terrible to you. They fed you cats. They fed you cats disguised as like sweet chicken pot pies. And I hate it. I fucking hate it. But I do love Sweeney Todd the musical. I went to London the year that I graduated from university. So I went to London in 2012. It would have been. And I got to see Imelda Staunton, I think is her name. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. And as we know from earlier in chat, I'm very bad at doing last names justice. Imelda Staunton, like Professor Umbridge from Harry Potter. She won an Oscar for Vera Drake. Imelda Staunton is a phenomenal actress, and she was playing Mrs. Lovett. And it was just like the entire play. I felt really bad. The man who played Sweeney Todd was phenomenal, but truly everyone was just waiting for her to come onto stage. It's amazing. I love Sweeney Todd. I don't like Johnny Depp very much, so I don't love the movie version as much as I loved that I got to see it on stage with like the bright orange blood. V, how come you don't age? I saw an interview of you from 5 years ago. Please share the secret. Take care of yourself. Like, I very selfishly have prioritized taking care of myself a lot in the past 5 years. And the benefit of it is I feel more beautiful and I look like this. But it's not just because I woke up and I decided I wanted to do this hair and makeup. It's because I woke up every day for the past 5 years and went, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay down and die. I really do. It's exhausting. All the hair, all the makeup, all the negative comments, putting your face out there for people to jerk off to, but it literally is all worth it when you wrap up stream and you're like, I actually had fun. Yay. Actually had fun. Yeah, taking care of yourself really tills the soil for you to plant a garden of fun. You always quench my thirst. Y'all are thirsty bitches. Y'all are thirsty bitches. Thanks, Connor. She was amazing as Umbridge, similar talent to Jack Gleeson from Game of Thrones. Oh my god. He was incredible. Joffrey, the actor who played Joffrey, right? Jack Gleason. Wow, he just was so terrifying. Really instilled that vicious terror into the character while keeping it so incredibly grounded. He was over the top, cartoonishly villainous. And at the same time, you were like, oh my god, I had a kid like this in my fucking elementary school math class. And he was just like so psychotic and weird. And he would scream like, Digimon, digital monsters. And like try to jump into the computer. And he would say that he was going Super Saiyan. And then he also did fucking Nazi salutes like an edgy moron. Oh god. Sorry, what? I don't know. I blacked out for a minute there. I had a flashback. I might go to my local Comic-Con. Oh my, do it. Write us, do it. It's so fun. It feels like Christmas. It actually kind of feels even better than Christmas. It's great. It's so fun. You should do it. I gotta fix my shorts. They're chafing me. Oh, it's so tight. The shorts are so tight. Ooh. That's okay. That's how you know it's really working. That's how you know it's really working, is that the shorts are real tight. Hi, pup. Oh, you got smelly breath. I need to brush your teeth more, dog. Smelly dog breath. Oh, it's so tight. Oh no, okay, I might actually have to like jump onto BRB for 1 second, and I might go to the bathroom too. I know it's like another break kind of soon, but also this is my 3rd day in a row streaming, and this is running a marathon for me, people. I'll be honest with you. Okay, let me adjust my shorts. Let me refresh. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, okay. I took off the shorts that I was wearing underneath my onesie, and I feel like it really was the right choice. Now I'm not as like, they're like Spanx, so they like really cinched me. Now I'm less cinched, but I'm much more comfortable. Oh yes, much less cinched. I forgot to, I like tied the back of my bodysuit too, because I like it sort of halter-ish style. I don't like when the straps fall too far out. Yeah, comfiness is the most important part. And honestly, now that I'm looking at my figure, I'm like, oh, you look kind of better without the Spanx on. Like, what was I doing wearing those Spanx? Trying to hold in my fucking jazz? No, you guys come here for me to unleash my jazz on you. Unleash my jazz on you. Yeah, not unleash. Unleash. Yeah, I also had to get my Draculala. Tell me that I'm not just dressed like this doll. Tell me that me and this doll are not just like little twins. I wish my hair was half black and half pink. That'd be awesome. Literally, same, says John Tenno. Exactly, John. Exactly all the Johns. Here, where can she go? That's perfect right there. And her black and pink matches the hat's black and pink. Oh, you're such a little dum-dum. Give me that ball, you silly Billy. Go get it. And all that jazz. No, my favorite version of that song is the one that Roger does in American Dad when Stan introduces him to his like gentleman's society for ham eaters, and Roger sings "And All That Ham." I was like, wow, this is truly the superior version. Someone get fucking Christopher Hooper's Oscar back and give it to Roger immediately. This is the superior jazz song. Yeah, when you think of Renaissance paintings, it's one of my favorite memes. Exactly, Theodore. Think about Renaissance paintings of women. Their jazz was one of the most defining features of their beauty and fertility. Oh, God. Well, I mean, let's not get too into the conversation about how in the Renaissance a lot of women were not allowed to pose for artists, and so often artists would just let men pose for the female figures. So there are definitely some questionable female bodies in some Renaissance art, and then there's like other famous, very, very famous feminine-bodied Renaissance art. But also, there's this great statue. It's a statue of Aphrodite, and the meme says, if Aphrodite can have a little tummy, the goddess of love, then so can you. I was like, yes, I do have a little tummy like the goddess of love would. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Makes me happy. Makes me jazzy. Are you getting back into voice acting? Yeah. This year, that's one of the goals for sure. I remember watching that movie and then never having to watch it again. Not that I didn't like it, but the experience was done. Chicago, I mean. I watched it over and over and over and over again. I was like one of those people who was obsessed with it. Who was like super duper crazy obsessed with it, yeah. Yeah. The sexiest part of Utah is definitely the Jazz. Like the basketball team. I almost said baseball team. I got so excited. Like the basketball team. Oh, God. Okay, well, good to know. Rightus, what is that question even talking about? Is it really... I don't even think he knows what that word means, to be honest. I did my dissertation on nudity in the occult art. Ooh, yogurt art. I took a tea break, a tolerance break from smoking the marijuana cigarettes. And then I woke up. Fuck. Yo. Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside. This guy's username is so funny. Is it the word oval or is it a different word? I don't know. Oh my gosh. What is this guy's username? And that's not for me to know. That is not for me to know. Says Sam Dog says, I was about to go to a fancy dress party as a stick of deodorant. For us in North America, a fancy dress party is a costume party. It's very confusing to me as a young child to hear British people talk about fancy dress parties and then they're like dressed like Pikachu and magicians and stuff. And I'm like, fancy as in like formal? No, fancy dress means costumes. So I was about to go to a costume party as a stick of deodorant. My wife stopped me and said, "Are you sure?"
Is Sure a type of, is this like a British type of deodorant? Are you British? I'm discovering today right now for the first time. I'm reading this guy's username as ovulate to me. I'm also like, is it the word oval or is it the word ovulate? I don't know. I don't know. John Tenno, I can appreciate that you want to express the sentiment that you love the Miku version of Bring Me to Life the most. But you said it wrong, and we're gonna time you out because we don't tolerate rude comments. It doesn't matter if you were trying to compliment Miku, who's like that imaginary cartoon girl. You are absolutely allowed to compliment something without tearing something else down. And the truth is, if you have to tear something else down to Oh, right. Oh, okay, I see. You could see the tiniest sliver of my brassiere underneath my bodysuit, and that's what he was referring to, I see. Okay. Pardon, I'm so sorry. I know. I'm so sorry that you guys have to be made aware that, yes, I am wearing undergarments. Yep. And that even if there is a millimeter of it visible, one of you guys is going to zoom in to literally the millimeter and be like, what is that? What's on your nipples? Are you wearing something on your nipples? Yeah, of course there's something covering my nipples. Of fucking course there is, you idiot. Can you see my nipples? You guys don't pay me enough for this. I hate you all so fucking much. I hate you all so fucking much for allowing these idiots to exist within your space. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not allowing them to exist in my space. But you fuckers, what are you doing to create safe boundaries for the people you care about? Nothing. I hate you all. Yeah. Harry John says, yep, if I was invited to a fancy dress party, I would 100% show up into a suit. That is very confusing. There are huge differences between Americanisms and Europeanisms. I don't even know like where that line could be, truly. The chillest dog ever. Bowie playing fetch. She just passes the ball back and forth. No noises, no whining, no barking. V's so animated. My dog would be going nuts. She's done this like a lot. She's done this every month for the past 5 years. She's a very smart dog. Yes, you are. You're a very smart dog. Her little tail's just going fucking nuts. You can't see it because it's just her face, but like, look at that tail. Look at your tail. Okay, you gotta drop it. Otherwise, yeah, that's right. You gotta drop it. She listens so well, unlike the rest of you idiots. Oh, it came back. Came right back onto me. I loved the Instagram story of her last night. You can check it out. I put it on my highlight reel on my page, so that, or maybe I did not. Did I add that one? I hopefully did. I'll make sure to save it if I haven't already, so that you can watch it forever. It's very cute. I was taking photos. I finish up stream. I take a bunch of photos of myself. I upload them onto Patreon so that you can jerk off as much as you want to until I come back onto stream. And I heard little like noises, and those are the noises you make when you sleep. Yes, those are the noises you make when you sleep. She's like opening her mouth as if to like grab onto the ball or grab onto a stick in her dream, and then you can hear her making like little barky noises where in her dream, I don't know, maybe she's like, throw the ball. Oh, it's so fucking cute. I was hoping I could get her on camera like moving or making a noise or something, but she was just like so passed out, just so quiet for that part of the video. I also thought that was kind of perfect. Really cute. Really, really cute. I love my fucking dog so much. There was a day I used to, I'll do this again, but I kind of stopped doing it. I guess kind of because of the pandemic, I suppose. But I used to just go to the park and just bring a blanket and lay down under a tree and let my dog just like, she would never go far from me. She's not a troublemaker. She's never gonna hurt anyone. She's a good dog, so just like let her wander around. And it happened one day that like somebody walked over to come just like chat. Like they're just like walking around the park. So like somebody comes over to just like make small talk. And then another person who's walking in the opposite direction like also comes over and just joins the small talk. And then a third person, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, I'm in like a group of strangers none of us have ever met before, but we're all sitting here talking, and around me sitting on this blanket under a tree trying to read my book. I know, I'm being such a bitch. I was like, oh, not that I don't want to be in the center of this conversation with all these strangers in the park. I'm also just like kind of trying to read this book. But as I was talking with them, some of them were walking their dogs, some of them weren't. And then we were talking about like, oh, it's so nice to have a dog. It's so nice to have that sort of companion. And I was explaining to them that, and to be honest, my train of thought was like, I'm a little bit annoyed, and so I hope that if I say the right thing, these people will feel like the conversation is done, and then they'll leave me alone. And so I said to them, I was like, yeah, I always wanted a dog from the time I was a little kid. I grew up watching TV shows where talking animal companions were the norm. It's hard to let go of that daydream, and now that I have my dog, and I had that dream of her being able to speak back to me in perfect English, and for us to be like best friends, companions through life, like the kids and the animals that I saw growing up, she is. Like, she absolutely is, and honestly, even smarter and more intuitive than I even could have ever imagined her to be. She's better than the talking animals that I watched in cartoons growing up. And one of the women that I was talking to was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a dog. It's like, yeah, do it. Well, no, you have to get a dog with the understanding that you're gonna train it for it to be like your animal fucking companion. You have to talk to them like they're people if you want them to behave like people. If you treat somebody like an animal, they'll behave like an animal. If you treat an animal like an animal, it's gonna behave like an animal. But you can also treat animals and people like people, and then they might treat you like people too. This is also a reason why I was a really good summer camp counselor, because I treated children like people. I didn't treat children as like, I don't know, some annoying machine, which like a lot of adults treat children as like, I don't know how to deal with children. And it's like, that's a person. As adults, we must learn how to deal with people of all different types of age, background, ability. Why are you treating children like they're not people is fucking fundamentally inappropriate. This guy Jason says animals are much smarter than humans generally assess. I generally find the smarter a human is, the more intelligence they can detect in non-humans. Smart people are often able to notice things that stupid people don't. That's the truth of it. I treat my dog like a person more than I treat many people like people. John, that's not good. That's no good. You should definitely treat your dog better than you treat some people, but you should always treat people like people. You filthy animal. Yeah, I'm like, wait, John, you're not even a moderator. What people are you treating like this? Who's getting the brunt of this? You could be a moderator. You could be here deleting these comments and still doing all the same stuff. Yeah. Give me your friggin' ball! Okay, so, I'm a witch. I'm a witch and I can prove it. Dating is what it is. Kind of boring, to be honest, most of the time. Like, most people are boring, it's true. And I don't use my, like, real first name, Fife Dorla, to stream, but I wrote a riddle. Sorry, to date, rather. I don't use my real name to date, Fife Dorla. On stream, I'm InvaderVie. In real life, I'm Fife Dorla. So I was like, okay, well, I'll have, like, my name be V on my dating profile, and then if I feel like this guy is trustworthy and I feel like I'm gonna meet up with him, then, like, I can let him know that my real name's Fife fucking Dorla. But I was also like, I hate just telling people my name is Fife Dorla. I want them to tell me my name is Fife Dorla. So I wrote a little riddle using ChatGPT to help people guess that my name is Fife Dorla. It's like, something, 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 something sexy. It's a great little riddle. It's so fun. So I sent the riddle to this guy, the poet, who I matched with, and He couldn't get it. He did not get my name, Fife Dorla. He did guess numerous times and then was like, I'm probably not going to get your name, Fife Dorla. Can you please just tell me? And I was like, you did. I'm proud of you for guessing. And I appreciate that you took the time and the effort. And so, like, yes, I will give you, my name is Fife Dorla. And then he gave me his riddles. And his first riddle, immediately I recognized it. It was talking about conquering. It was talking about, like, horses and nations responding to his call. I was like, oh my god, the poet's first name is totally Alexander. It's totally Alexander. Absolutely. It's so funny. And then he gave me his, like, he was like, okay, cool, yeah, okay, you guessed my first name. But what's my middle name? And he gave me the riddle for his middle name. And then I guessed it. I literally got it. He was like, you're a fucking witch. You're a creepy witch. Yes, and it's true, I am. I'm a creepy witch. Can you imagine you send a girl a riddle to figure out your first name? She gets it because it's not like an uncommon name. And then you send her a riddle for your middle name, which is much more uncommon. And she gets that just as fast. It's scary. It's like I was reading his mind. He must have been terrified. Cause for concern is honestly so concerned. Cause for concern, you need to gift me how many subs? 9? You need to gift 9 subs, cause for concern. I'm ready for a new hairstyle. I know that you like this hairstyle, and I like it too. But it's time for a new hairstyle. I want to do the Misa Misa so bad. I want to do the Misa Misa so bad. Please let me Misa Misa. If you Misa my Misa, I'll Misa your Misa. Yeah. Oh man, wait, what's today? Wednesday? Hump day? Oh god, I fucking love hump day. I live for a good hump day. This is excellent. I feel like once you get to the middle of the week, it's fucking gravy from here on out. I have got zero idea how I'd work my name into a riddle. Oh, I know your name. I'll write one for you, babe. I'll write one for you. No worries. I got you. Are you just throwing balls? Yeah. Just tossing balls and living my best life. I was going to try to rhyme it. If you heard that inflection, you were correct to think that I was going to try to make a rhyme. I gave up. I'm tired. I was supposed to go out on Monday night. My best friend Brooklyn was playing a benefit concert for Gaza. And I was going to go because, yes, Gaza needs our love and support. But then I didn't because my social battery was very low after stream on Monday. And I'm glad that I didn't go out on Monday night because I probably would not have been able to stream on Tuesday, which is yesterday. And if I didn't stream on Tuesday, there's a very real possibility I would have lost the momentum that I began on Monday, and then I wouldn't have streamed on Wednesday too. And that's very, very terrible. Because you deserve to jerk off to me every day, but you can, yeah. Absolutely. And so I am zonked, but also definitely learning about what I need to do to be able to maintain my healthy working self, which is sometimes, yeah, saying no, I can't socialize during the week. I'm in my mid-30s and I'm tired. I can only socialize on the weekends or on days that I have off. Yeah. So great for the poet. Jazzed for the poet. Happy that I got his name in those riddles. I was chatting with another guy, Mr. Musician, as well. Mr. Musician is very, very sexy. He's wild fucking sexy. He's got a mustache. He's a musician. I think he's bald. He has a shaved head. So hot. So fucking sexy. I love it. I was really vibing. I was yo, the flirting is good. It's horny. I love that you're an artist. He's working on some technical 3D modeling stuff too. It's great. Super great. Really into it. And then, fuck, what happened? Oh, Jesus. I don't know. So you remember how we were talking earlier about how Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni in this audio clip that was released yesterday online are having like a fun, casual conversation. And then Justin Baldoni made a comment saying, you guys are a cute couple, to Blake Lively. And then the tone of the conversation completely shifted. I feel like I can sympathize with Blake Lively in that position because I was chatting with this guy that I matched with on Tinder. The conversation is going great, wonderful, awesome, very horny, very sexy, great. And then there was a misstep. There was just a misstep, and that's okay because like we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna step on each other's toes, and that's totally fine. When I was like, "Oh, hey, I think we just made a misstep. I think we just made a misstep because my feelings got hurt." So, we were like doing more riddles. I was like doing riddles with him, and he was like, "If I get this riddle right, then what do I get? Like, what's my reward for getting this riddle right?" And I was like, "What would you like?" And he was like, "I want a picture of you right now." And I was like chatting with him after I'd like showered, after stream, after taking photos, like no makeup on, no hair done. I'm just in my Spice Girls hoodie. He's like, "I want a picture of like you, V. I don't want a picture of like InvaderVie," which is fair. So I take a photo of myself. It's a good one. I take like 6 and I delete 5 of them because 5 of them are bad and 1 of them is good. And I send it to him. And I was like, "So what do you feel when you see my picture?" And he sent me back a GIF of like a 3D rendering of a man, like a really, really low quality 3D rendering of a man in the backseat of a police car looking sadly through the bars of the window of the police car. And the bottom text just says, "If being horny was illegal." I thought it was so funny. I like pressed record, and this is the first voice note that I've sent this guy. I think he might have watched my stream, so like he probably knows what I sound like. But this is the first voice note that I sent him, and it was just me cackling, like like a full body cackle. Because I thought the GIF was really funny. I thought it was like a great response. He and I have been chatting, and to be honest, I am a little bit in shock from the inauguration from Monday. Yep, I know it might sound like overly dramatic or hypersensitive to be like, what I saw on Monday is still affecting me days later. But that's how I feel. That's the truth of the feeling. And so to laugh, like to have that like unhinged cackling laugh actually felt really good, and it made me feel vulnerable. People are vulnerable about their laughs. People, if you want to cut to somebody to their core immediately, you make fun of their laugh. You just draw attention to any part of their laugh, actually. You don't even need to insult it. You can just draw attention to somebody's laugh and say, "Wow, what a laugh." And that's enough to make people be like, I feel so sensitive about this. So I sent him the voice note of me cackling and laughing, and he said back, I don't know what his exact wording was, but it hurt my feelings. He sent back, "Are you good?" His question was not what I was expecting. In my mind, I had like, I don't know, you think you know what somebody's like response is going to be, and then them being like, "Are you okay?" is like not the response that you want. It is not the response that you want. So I got uncomfortable, and I was like, you're being mean. I was like, you shouldn't make fun of people's laughs. And then he did apologize. He like wrote back in all caps, and he was like, "It wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to." And then I was like, yeah, like it's just hard to, I was like, "Thank you for clarifying. Like I can understand now that wasn't your intention. It's just, it can be hard to tell over text sometimes." And then what I was really hoping for is the next beat that he would give back to me would be like, "It is hard over text message," or like, "I'm glad that you told me you felt that way," instead of letting it fester. Like there were things that I was hoping he was going to say immediately after this little interaction, and none of that. He's just like, "Yeah, nah, whatever," kind of like that. To be honest, that just like, okay, let's move past that. instead of what I was hoping for, which was an acknowledgement that we had a misstep. It exposed that, like, sometimes our intentions are not going to line up with how our actions land. And working through that is a really important foundational block of a relationship. And if we don't have, like, natural chemistry in that dance, then we don't have natural chemistry in that dance, you know? So, I don't know. I really liked talking with him. I was, like, really into the conversation with him, with Mr. Musician. Until that, and then I was a little bit like, oh, I've kind of feel the need to keep you at arm's length now, because I think I'm extrapolating that he might hurt my feelings without intending to. And then even if I bring it up to him, like, oh, you really hurt my feelings without intending to, he might not be able to respond in a way that is actually healing. And I also am like, I don't really want to teach guys how to be healing, you know? He's young, too. One of the first things I said to him was, I was like, you're kind of too young for me. And he said, no, my therapist told me I need to date a 34-year-old woman. And I was like, that's not what therapists are supposed to do. Oh, thank you, Synergy, for the gifted sub. Well, that's nice, says Biking Viking. You said exactly what bothered you and gave him a chance to apologize and adjust. And it sounds like he did. Yes. I'm like, am I asking for too much that I was hoping for, like, a little bit more of that in the conversation? I feel like we got to, like, just barely a passing grade through that situation. Where, like, there was definitely much worse ways he could have responded, but then also there were much better ways that he could have responded as well, which makes me think that, like, yeah, this guy who's too young for me and has been displaying a little bit of emotional immaturity that I've already noticed just through texting might actually be too young for me, might actually be too emotionally immature for me, and, like, my feelings might actually be a little bit accurate in a way. I don't think you're asking for too much, just a higher expectation of emotional intelligence. Yes, which usually doesn't, like, really develop until you're kind of in your mid-30s, and sometimes never at all as well. Well, yeah, that's okay. Literally nothing lost. Literally nothing lost. There are lots of fish in the sea. Oh, like, I matched with this guy yesterday. He said in his profile that what's nice about being on Tinder is that, like, any guy that I come across on Tinder, if I like them, it basically is an automatic match. Because they have probably already seen my profile and already decided that, yes, they will stick their penis in whatever is woman-shaped and in front of them. So I matched with this guy. In his own profile, he described himself as, like, a golden retriever dog. So I was like, nice, I love big dog energy. Thank you for the 8 gifted subs. Are we doing the new hair? Yes, the Misa Misa. Yes, the Misa Misa. Thanks, Sean. I love the Misa Misa. Yay! New hairstyle. Oh, so fun. I also, like, styled the wig this morning, so it's, like, so soft and smells so nice as well. Oh, thank you. There's also a new viewer who just subscribed for the first time. Your name is Home Bee Fries. Oh, Homie Bee Fries, not Home Bee Fries. Homie Bee Fries. Oh my goodness, hi. Did you mean oh my goddess, hi? You spelt it wrong. Demon Dad! That black hair kind of slays, though. I love it, yeah. I'm a winter. I look great with dark hair, bitch. Sorry. You are no bitch. Holy fucking shit, you are utterly pathetic. I'm out of here. Now, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure that I'm the pathetic one. I think that guy might have been projecting a little bit. What do you guys think? You know when you see something pathetic, how you engage with it? You go out of your way. Oh, we live for the demon. We live for the demon, Dad. Okay, so the Misa Misa is, I have to, like, kind of grab from up here to create 2 small pigtails. Okay, I think this is gonna work. We'll start with 1 side? Oh yeah, this side. Okay, there we go. Let's grab this. Misa, Misa. Misa, Misa. I think hers are actually pigtails, but I think it'll be okay if we just do the clips in pigtails. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so cute. I love it. And then I got the other one on this side kind of started, but I wasn't able to finish it because, yeah, it's a little Just do a little twist. It was so fun in elementary school. You'd come to school in the 90s and your friend would like have a billion different fucking butterfly clips in their hair. It would look so cute. It would look so good. And then you'd go home and you try to do it and you'd be like, how the fuck did you do that? How'd you make it look so good? And the truth is she had spent all the night before perfecting it. And you would spend the whole night trying to perfect it too. And then this is what it was to be a child in the 90s. And it was super fun and I loved it. Yay. Okay, now I just gotta brush it out because it's a little messy. I wonder what element of the stream that guy thought I was pathetic for. I'm a little addicted to like trying to view myself through the worst lens imaginable, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Oh, the nuts. Oh, did you hear these nuts? THC tricked got timed out for 10 seconds because he was like, what are your kinks? Oh, honey, do you think that we matched on Tinder because I'm talking to you about my matches on Tinder? I have terrible news for you. We did not match on Tinder. You do not actually get to ask me those questions until we match on Tinder. And then that information becomes pertinent to you. But as of right now, like what my kinks are is not particularly pertinent to you. You don't gotta worry about that. Don't worry about that, baby. You got other stuff you want to worry about. Yeah. Let's see. I have been shifting and moving this little couch around. Woof. Yeah, there we go. And then I want to like rotate it that way. There we go. The pink clips are also just like really, really giving Draculaura vibes. I don't have any more room for dolls. I really don't. I honestly don't have any more room for dolls in my house. I already have enough dolls in my house as an adult woman in her 30s. So I cannot have more dolls in my house. So I will just become the dolls that I cannot purchase. I will simply become the dolls that I know I do not have the space or the like mental fortitude. I even brought my Draculaura doll over so that she and I could be twins together. I love that she comes with SPF 500. Literally the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I love you, Draculala. She's not gonna I don't know how long she'll stay there. She might fall eventually. Like we all will, yeah. I don't look anything like Anya Taylor-Joy, but that is something that people say to me quite often. Or at least they did when she was like the it girl and she was everywhere around the time of the Queen's Gambit. I think that she and I both just have large eyes. I think that is a similar feature that she and I share. And then we're also white women. But then we have very different shaped mouths and noses and cheeks and foreheads and jaws and ears and neck and bodies. So other than just having large eyes, I don't really see the resemblance. But I can obviously understand when people are like, these two women have large eyes and they're both white women. They must look the same. Oh, I love her so much. I love her. I really want the Cora Refresh Draculaura. She comes with that big, beautiful hat and that little pleather outfit. I'm afraid she's gonna fall, and I don't want her to fall. She deserves to remain in blissful happiness and perfection. Yay. I end up having an empty brain when talking to people, and the conversation dies. How do I cure this? What you're describing is dissociation. You can focus on ways to overcome dissociation. There's lots of ways that you can do it, but there's no one right way of doing it. Yeah, it has to just be the eyes. I'd say so. Yeah, Douglas? I'm glad that you have an interest. I think that's great. I would recommend, Douglas, that if you have an interest that you are excited about, you might want to look up different ways of expressing that interest rather than sort of, ramming it down the throats of the people who are trying to have a conversation. Douglas asked, what are your thoughts on Lewis Hamilton driving for Ferrari now? This is a weird question to interject with, because we've not spoken about cars basically ever on this stream. We have spoken a little bit about pop culture. I will admit that, absolutely. We have done a little bit of pop culture talking. Good for that. There's a way of doing conversation that is so wonderfully explained in American Dad. There's this awesome episode in one of the later seasons where it comes to light that Stan, the father, is terrible at conversation. I feel like this episode was made for you guys in chat. In the episode, Stan just wrecks conversations, much like this guy kind of just did with the what are your thoughts on Lewis Hamilton driving for Ferrari? Oh my god. I'm sure that people do have thoughts about that. It's not a stupid question in the right context. But you would have to be so fucking stupid to not recognize the context that you're in right now. Oh my god in heaven. Maybe cool story, Daniel. This is something. Maybe this guy also dissociated. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's why he's not able to integrate the context of the situation appropriately. And that's why he asked the question of, what do you think of a millionaire, famous race car driver driving for a $1 billion race car driving company? Race car driver drives race car. Oh, I mean, this truly is. There's so many different kinds of opinions of that. What? These boots look too comfy to perish beneath. Oh, I'll perish you all. You did mention that you wanted a boat once, but that's a vehicle-related stream as it got. I mean, I've even talked about the kind of car that I would like to drive, but race car driving is a sport, maybe? Is it a sport? I don't know. Anyways, I'm not really a sport person. I also don't think anyone who's coming into the stream could argue that they have seen evidence of me being a sport person or wanting to talk about sports. I would question that. I would be like, where is the evidence of this that made you believe that this is a good course of action? Whoa, you guys are writing huge, gigantic paragraphs. Your DMs are open. You guys can DM this stuff to each other because it's not really appropriate for you to be writing it in my chat. Coherent Screams, you can go ahead and just DM them. You can just DM them. Jason Sunshine decided to give us his thoughts on Lewis Hamilton driving for Ferrari. So, obsession with celebrity culture is harmful. We need to work on establishing greater levels of wealth equality amongst the people of Earth if we want stable societies that everyone can enjoy living in. Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, basically exactly that, yeah. Sure, my bad. I was trying to be helpful. I don't think anyone doubts that. But one of the most important parts of being helpful is understanding the context in which you can be helpful and not overstepping the context of which you can be helpful. Do we have another hairstyle up for the sub goal? Yeah, we can do pigtails. These are like 2 little pigtails up at the top, but we can do like 2 actual pigtails like on the bottom down here. Also very Draculaura. Yeah. Coherent screams, that's like one of the most important things I think I've learned recently. It's like, yes, we have this urge to help. Lots of people have the urge to help. And part of being a mature, responsible, thoughtful, mindful person is not just acting on our urges, but actually taking a minute to step back, think about what is the root of this urge, and is the root of this urge appropriate, therefore, for me to act on. I think it's great to want to help people, but again, is the context of you helping this person appropriate, or is the context of you helping this person not? Kind of less than. Is this a cosplay or just you yourself? Yeah, it's many things can be true all at once. Many things can be true all at once. Yeah. Also, one of the best things that I've learned is how you communicate is almost more important than what you're communicating. So what you did is like normal people do. It happens all the time. You're like, oh, I want to talk to this person, so I'm going to shout at them across the room, basically. Or let's say you have a group text going with a bunch of your friends, and you have a really, really shitty day, and you want your friends to know because you want to communicate with your friends what's going on with your life. And so you go to the group text and you go, I'm having a really bad day, everyone. Unfortunately, the root of that is a kind of entitlement. The idea that you could reach out en masse, or that what you're saying is so important that it should be like, sort of like shouted to everybody in the room at once, and that they should listen to you because you're taking the time to shout it all out. You can't message the group chat, I'm having a really rough day. You have to reach out individually to people to be vulnerable. And you have to say, hey, so-and-so, how is your day? How have you been doing? Because I feel like I've really been struggling. And then not only are you actually engaging in a conversation, but you're giving the person the opportunity to be a human themselves, in reciprocity to then you being a human. Oh, the outfits. You guys, I'm all outfits all the time. It's clothes all the way down, baby. Phantom Jack says, and that takes a level of self-awareness that is very hard to come by in any day or age. It doesn't matter if this was like 10,000 years ago or 10,000 years in the future. Mindfulness is not an impossible, lofty goal of like the super elite or wealthy. Mindfulness is something that if you practice every single day for the next 6 months, you might become an expert at it, truly. And you'll transform yourself to the point that you'll be able to look back on your life and you'll be able to go, holy shit, I can actually see how much I've grown. Because I'm not making the same mistakes that I didn't even realize I was making before. So you can actually be happier. I was talking about this with my friend last night, that I think everyone is very angry. I think if each and every one of us took a moment to try to touch the feeling of rage inside of ourselves, it would burn so white hot, we would recoil from it, dissociate, laugh, make a joke, turn our face, move on to something else. But the truth is, there is rage. There is rage boiling inside of each and every one of us, because there is a sense of pervasive injustice in the world. It sucks. We're seeing animals die en masse. We're seeing the ultra wealthy become more ultra wealthy. We're hearing more and more about regular people suffering irregular tragedies. we're smart people. We're pattern recognition masters. We're literally sitting on the internet because we're so good at recognizing patterns. We can create magic out of patterns. But magic can also be used to curse. And it feels a little bit like a curse that we're so focused on recognizing patterns, we don't step back and start creating our own patterns. Sort of trapped in analysis paralysis instead of actually acting on the feelings that we're having, like acting on rage. I had so much difficulty accessing my rage until I started coming onto stream and screaming at you worthless fuckwits to start paying me. I didn't know I needed it. I didn't know that I needed my rage. I didn't know that I needed to scream at you morons and to whip you into shape. I didn't know that I was sort of like drowning in my own rage because I had no way of letting it out in a constructive way. And then chat, you gave me a constructive way to let out my rage. You were like, hey girl, if you want to rage at me, it'll make my cock hard if you do it here. And slowly over time, you guys built up the trust in this parasocial relationship where you were like, yes, V, if you scream and you rage at me and you tell me that I'm a disgusting, worthless cuck, I will pay you money. I will pay you the dollar money. Look at you guys go. It's amazing. And through that small act of accessing my rage in a very controlled, literally within this little box and time frame, I was like, wow, my rage isn't going to consume me and make me a worse person. There is a way that I can use my rage to focus. And once I can focus my rage, I can actually use it for something instead of just letting it burn inside of me and consume all the things that I love. Which is, I guess, what it felt like was happening before. If that setting holds enough intensity for you to stream off your rage, that's a total win. You are welcome and thank you, I guess. I got some outlets where I can express my rage. Helps a fucking ton. What's so wonderful is that, yeah, once you start releasing pure rage in a mindful way, in a way that feels controlled, and you're like, I'm gonna let my rage out, I'm gonna let my rage out, I'm gonna let it out. And then you're able to then put it back in, or you're able to sort of like put it to sleep. You start discovering the way that rage transforms. And then there's this really, really crazy thing that happens. It happened to me yesterday when I was talking with my friend, where my rage synced up with his rage, and all of a sudden I felt overwhelming pride. And I kind of like, my brain sort of created a deleted scene from Inside Out where Lewis Black as rage, anger in Inside Out. Wait, no, maybe that wasn't a deleted scene. Was that in the second one? Where he like rages at the hockey game and then he's proud of himself for his rage because he used his anger to like move himself through the hockey game. Sorry, move Riley through the hockey game and like score a hockey touchdown. And so I had that experience. Where my rage, yeah, that wasn't Inside Out 2. That wasn't a deleted scene that my brain conjured up. That was a real scene that I remembered seeing. And I don't think it like really hit home for me that you can have healthy, prideful rage. Prideful rage is not always a sin. And that was just so fucking mind-blowing to me. I was like, whoa, I feel like I just discovered buried treasure in my front lawn. I had no fucking idea that you could have prideful rage in a healthy way that feels transformative and great. And isn't just like destructive and explosive. I had horrible night terrors for years, says Incoherent Screams. Even decades of night terrors, and nothing worked. Doctors were useless. And rage, being angry, saved me one time. I raged at the night terrors, and they left me alone from then on, and rage became my defense somehow. Our emotions literally are the feeling that gives us motion through our life. Yes. Yes. You allowed your emotions to move you. Your emotions moved you to what might have felt like a crazy situation where you literally screamed at the idea of the night terrors. Get away from me! And you probably visualized them retreating like a shadow or dissolving like, I don't know, a slug covered in salt. And that works. That's called drama therapy. It's actually called drama therapy. You weren't actually filled with indignant rage because somebody hurt you. You were filled with indignant rage because your own mind was violating itself. And you're allowed to be angry at a violation every time. Absolutely every time. It's just so difficult because if you're in school as a kid and you're bringing your Star Wars diorama to school that you worked all week on, and you trip on the sidewalk and you fall flat onto it and you bend your Wookiee. When you get to school, you are not allowed to rage. You're not allowed to rage in front of your classmates. You're not allowed to rage in front of the teacher. You're not allowed to rage at all. You're not allowed to be angry. And that fucking sucks. That might be the thing that kills us as humans. This like negation of emotional acknowledgement is a literal fucking killer. And then it leads to this. Elite asks, isn't wrath like a sin? Wrath is not rage. I know. This is gonna blow your fucking mind. But the different thing you just said is different from the thing that I am saying, which is different. Rage is not wrath. They're different. They're different. Not every rage is wrathful. Not every wrathing is rageful. Nope, I don't know if that second part works. You should be very cautious of any one or thing that tries to control your emotions or your perceptions. Like if you saw somebody giving a Nazi salute on international television, you should be very suspicious and angry, perhaps even rageful, at anyone who tries to gaslight you into anything other than what you know you saw with your own eyes, and you know how it made you feel when you saw it. Do not let anyone lie to you about that. Don't let people take away your emotions. Be angry. When people come into my stream and they are angry, I will let them come into my stream and be angry. I will not let them violate me. Of course, that's unreasonable. But you can come into my stream and you can be angry. I'll allow it. Hitting a clip in Rocket League definitely hits that. The prideful rage. What? I don't know what hitting a clip in Rocket League means, my dear. And also I'm mad at Rocket League because it was the video game that the Friends with Benefits who just fucking for-shamed himself for life to me always played. So I'm like, I hate that game. I hate that game because I associate it with him. Oops. Rage can be internalized. Wrath most of the time involves somebody else. Excellent distinction, John. Totally off topic. Thank you for prefacing it with that. Lewis Hamilton idiot over here could learn from that. Totally off topic. I appreciate. Do you prefer skiing or snowboarding? Oh, I don't do either. I'm not a big winter sport person, which I guess I should work on and change. I like indoor sports. I like doing like my indoor sporting. Yeah. You guys, water is dangerous. You could die if you submerge yourself in water. So like going out in the snow, that's just frozen water. That's danger. That's so dangerous. You're missing out on a lot of fun in my mind. I know. You know what? now that I've sort of worked on this sensory awareness in my body more, I think I could maybe like try to give like snowboarding and skiing another try, because maybe I'll actually enjoy it once I can actually feel my feet in my boots on my snowboard and on my skis, instead of feeling like, oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed by not knowing what I'm doing that I can't feel anything, because I'm just like overwhelmed with not knowing exactly how to behave. Do you ice skate? I have, yeah. But again, I like would get nervous, and then all of a sudden any awareness of the sensation in my body would be nullified. So like I could skate until I got, unless I was nervous, unless I felt insecure, and then I couldn't feel my body, and then I would like not be good at skating. Start with snow tubing, just see if you can handle the cold. Stabbing your face. Oh, this is the thing, John. If you have enough money, you can afford to clothe yourself so that the cold never bothers you. And like that enough money varies. It's not, so like one of the best things I ever purchased is this like little tube scarf from the dollar store. It's like a knit tube with like fleece on the inside. You just pull it over top, and it sits upright so you can like sit your nose down into it. And then I wear my hat, so it's just my little eyes showing, and so I'm not too cold. Oh my god, I love it. Now it's like the cold does bother me. Obviously the cold does bother me. I'm a human person and the cold is terrible and awful. But the cold also doesn't bother me because I love to bundle myself up. I kind of recognized that, you know those people who like never bundle up and they're like, I don't feel the cold because they're like wearing shorts all the time, or they're like severely underdressed? They might be people who are experiencing a lot of numbness. I would agree with them that they're definitely not feeling the cold, but that doesn't mean that it's not cold. It just means that, yeah, you're probably pretty fucking numb. You're probably numb. Oh, I love the fishnets. I love those. I wear mine indoors. I love it. Little scarf, little face scarf. So good. So nice. I love it. Cool story, Daniel says, being too cold is way better than being too warm. You get to qualify that and express it as your opinion, which then allows the other person speaking to you to respond to your opinion with their opinion. When you state that being too cold is way better than being too warm, you're stating it as if it's an absolute truth. That's inappropriate. It's not the right social decorum. You're not communicating in an effective way. You must express your opinions with acknowledging that they're opinions. It shows self-awareness, humility, and an openness that people find very attractive in conversation. I've never considered the numbness factor, considering I have friends who wear flip-flops in the cold. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can perceive numbness in people. Numbness to the cold, numbness to temperature, number one. Sometimes you can also tell if they're the kind of person whose shoelace is always untied, or if they're always hiking up their pants, or if they're the kind of person whose hoodie is always sort of falling off their body. Sometimes you can be visually aware of the numbness in people's bodies because they can't even feel the clothing on their bodies. So their clothes sort of seem a little disheveled, a little lopsided even on their own bodies. They are often also not very coordinated. There are some people who say things like, I'm just not athletic, or I don't have good hand-eye coordination. People who were raised with emotionally immature parents, people who were raised in traumatic or abusive households, are not physically coordinated. They are so disconnected from their brains and minds and bodies. They literally have difficulty moving with ease because their minds are not at ease. Their brains are not at ease. Logically, their bodies cannot move with ease. It's one of the things that we subconsciously find so attractive about so many people is that they move with confidence and they move with ease, even amongst outrageous, stressful situations. We see movie stars standing so serenely and statuesque in front of these huge crowds of like gawking photographers snapping away 1 million photos. How are they able to do that? Well, they're able to feel their bodies. They're able to go, oh my God, I feel so nervous. The nervousness that I feel is in my stomach. And just like the chatter earlier was able to rage at the night terrors that were making him feel trapped, mindful, aware people are able to go, I feel my terror. I feel my nervousness. I don't need to feel you right now. You can leave the room. You can go through that door, and I'll find you later when it's appropriate to engage with you. But that's not what I'm doing right now. It's very difficult. I thought it was impossible to talk to your emotions and to talk to your feelings that way. And I'm learning that it's not. It's not impossible. It's impossible if you believe it's impossible. If you think, I can't talk to my rage, I can't visualize my rage in front of me like the angriest, ugliest version of myself and actually tell it to walk away. I can't visualize it turning its body, what the back of it would look like, and then watch it recede, to shrink in the distance, to then disappear, maybe behind a wall, behind a door, behind the fucking horizon. You're right, that's not gonna work unless you actually believe it will work. And then once you start believing it will work, your belief will make it work. You will be able to tell those feelings, go away right now. You're not helpful. And it's the truth, because you're smart. You know what the truth is for yourself. You just need to start acting on it. I never considered the numbness. Oh wait, sorry, John, I already read that comment. Cool Story Daniel says, so should I start with I think? Let's try it with your sentence. I think being too cold is way better than being too warm. I love that sentence. That's beautiful. You telling me I think being too cold is way better than being too warm is interesting to me. I go, oh, you know what? I've heard that before. I think I even used to feel that way. And now I'm not so sure. Actually, maybe you're right even. You're right. That is the right thing. Once you present it as your opinion, you open up the possibility that I can agree with you. When you state a fact to me, whether it is the truth or not, human nature makes me want to go, says who? Argumentative, insecure V. Pops up. I think if you started with I think, it does make the sentence a lot more engaging. Engaging, a lot more open, and also a lot more true. This is what you think. You do think that being cold is way better than being too warm. There's power in stating the truth of your own thoughts. It can feel overpowering if you state your thoughts as facts. What is your coolest or weirdest talent? Moderators. Moderators, stop me before I say cocksucking. Oh, shit! You didn't go fast enough, moderators. This is why we need more moderators. North Countryman, Harry John, come on back into the fold. You guys don't have to be in the mod room. You can just be moderators in chat. Be strong enough to be gentle. Practice saying, I'm sorry, I was wrong. You got dressed this morning and you thought you were wearing the right clothes. Maybe look in the mirror and go, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I probably should have worn something else. Start with yourself. Some things are impossible, but those things are unimportant. Move on to the things that are possible. Yeah, how would you tell someone else what they think? Should you say with I know or I think? It depends. I know the sun rises in the east. I think it would terrify me if it didn't. Arguing with V is like 30% of the fun of streams. Beliefs start wars. Nothing wrong with thinking. Let me just rip all my teeth out first. Oh my god, babe. Relax, North. Relax. How's your burping skills? You don't even need me to tell you. You don't even need me to tell you. Wars are natural. I hate that you're saying that because I want to argue with you and say, no, they're not. Animals don't have wars, but that's not true. Animals do have wars. Ants have wars. Like really big, crazy fucking wars. They practice slavery too. It's crazy. War will happen anyway. Beliefs are all part of nature. I also believe that conflict is what leads to resolution. It is not the inherent enemy of peace. And I wrote that in an email to my ex-partner's father. I felt really proud of that line. Conflict is what leads to resolution. It is not the inherent enemy of peace. It sounds like something a really smart person would have said to help people not be bad. And it literally makes me want to fucking kill myself in a video game that I wrote that to this stupid old man. And I don't even think he read it. I don't even think he read it. Those words fell on deaf ears, which sucks. At least you guys heard it. At least you heard me say it. It feels nice to say. Say it out loud to yourself. Conflict leads to resolutions, semicolon. It is not the inherent enemy of peace. Conflict is not the inherent enemy of peace. Conflict is what leads to resolution. It's very rare that there is no conflict that needs resolution. Resolution only basically comes after conflict, which means conflict can lead to resolution. I don't know, but I like the way the outfit looks warm and cozy. Yeah, it's pretty nice. We're trying to have a warm and cozy day. I don't know how successful we are. I feel so angry. I feel very, very angry because this creepy guy was watching all of my Instagram stories from Facebook, and when I called him out on it, he was a coward about it, and that makes me angry. Yeah. The world is not uniform. I don't know if anyone argued that. So you're kind of starting with a bit of a straw man, but okay, let's see if we tie it up near the end. There will always be difference of opinions, which can lead to conflict, but peace is nice. He kind of said nothing. It's a cycle. But like, are you good at burping? Moderators, my loves, we can just ban this guy, obviously. It was nice. It was a nice 1 degree Fahrenheit today. Oh my god, so cold. So cold. What did the onion say while cutting a cake? I'm in tears. Yeah, North Countryman. Yeah, North Countryman. Cowards are like that. They'll bark at you until you bark back at them, and then they'll hide. Think I only want one pupper in my home. I'ma change your contact to please give me a bone. You said you like my hands and you like to make them throw. Treat you like a queen, now you got yourself a bone. But I can't help myself when she gets close to me. Baby, my brain goes numb when she barks. I absolutely rewrote all of Sabrina Carpenter's nonsense to make it about my dog. Do you guys want me to keep going? Has nobody rewritten Sabrina Carpenter's nonsense for it just to be about how much they love their fucking dog? I feel like this is something Pooper Noodle would have done years ago, if that song had come out years ago. I love it. Okay, wait, what's the next lyric? Okay. Baby, my tongue goes numb. Sounds like blee, blee, blee. I don't want no one else. Baby, I'm in too deep. Here's a little song I wrote. It's about a puppy. I'll be honest. Looking at you got me thinking pa sense. Cartwheels in my stomach when you walk in. And when you got your paws around me, oh, it feels so good. I cannot hit the octave laying down like this. That's not how our diaphragms work or our lungs work. I think I got a cat, but I forgot her. And I can't find my sock. I must have lost her. I don't even know I'm talking paw sense. I'm talking hope nobody knocks. I'm talking opposite of soft. I'm talking wild, wild thoughts. You gotta keep up with me. I got this pup energy. I caught that B-A-L-L. How do you do this to me? But I can't help myself when you get close to me. Baby, my brain goes numb when you bark. I don't want no one else. Baby, I'm in too deep. Here's a little song I wrote. It's about a puppy. I'll be honest. Looking at you got me thinking paw sense. Cartwheels in my stomach when you walk in. And when you got your paws around me, oh, it feels so good. I cannot hit the octave. It's not the position to do that. That's so fun. Oh, I get the outfit now. You're the anti-Sabrina Carpenter. You're Gloria Electrician. I'm Draculaura, okay? I'm Dracu-fucking-Lala. Would you stomp one of your subs with those boots if they asked pretty please? I feel like we need to time this person out for not gifting me money and asking such an asinine question. Yeah. Puppy. Puppy dog. Oh, puppy dog. Yo, this puppy dog. Oh, you're too strong, puppy. She wants me to play fetch, but she's too strong. I'm weak. I'm weak and tired and empty. Well, actually, no, I'm not empty. I ate so much lasagna for dinner last night. Why does pasta with tomato and meat sauce always taste better when it's reheated? You make the lasagna. You put it in the oven. It is a fresh baked pasta dish. And for whatever fucking reason, it is infinitely greater after it has been cooled down and left in the fridge overnight for 24 hours. And then once you reheat it, it's just like fucking magic. Like just outrageous greatness. One of my favorite daydreams is that by some miracle I become older than Andrew Garfield, significantly enough for him to date me, and I get to be InvaderVie Garfield and be like, I hate Mondays and I love lasagna. I'm Garfield. It's not reheating, it's that the pasta absorbs the sauce. That makes sense. You're totally right, yes. It's not the reheating, it's the time. It's the time, it's the time that goes into it. Okay. I think I can agree with that. I can see where you're coming from with that information. More Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. I think that one with the crossover with all the Spider-Men, with the Tobey Spider and the Tom Holland Spider. I think that's it. I feel like that was kind of it. Yeah. Oh, one of my little clips fell down. Yeah, these are getting low. These are getting so low. Well, hello. What's good, Scott? Hold on, let me fix my little jazz. Ta-da. I didn't even notice, but my hairbrush matches my outfit too. That's right, you pay extra for that. I think I'm gonna try to set up a date with Mr. Poet for tomorrow. What do you guys think? Seems like the right thing to do. We've had like good chats. Told me he had nightmares last night. I hope I didn't cause those. Yeah, you should do it. I really hope we have excellent sexual chemistry. So the conversation that I had with him yesterday was quite interesting. I'm a very flirty person. Especially if I'm gonna match with you on a dating app. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an adult. I'm here to have adult relationships. We're on Tinder. If we match on Tinder, it's because we want to match on Tinder. It's not because we like saw a job posting and wanted to work as coworkers. Okay, like we're matching on Tinder for a reason. So I matched with the Poet and chatting with him, seeing how it's going. It's like banter back and forth. Legitimately was like, wait, is he being playful and cute and funny, or is he being an asshole and making fun of me? And I'm like getting the sensation that he's actually being playful and cute and funny, cautiously. But anytime I made an overtly sexual comment, he was very neutral in his response. He acknowledged the sexuality of the comment respectfully, but he never matched it. I'm like, okay, well, I can't force people to do things, whatever. But then we were talking about our kinks. He brought up something about kinks. And I said, do you have any kinks? And he was like, we can go back and forth and tell each other our kinks one at a time. Would you like to go first? And I was like, sure, okay, fine, I'll go first. This is one of my kinks. I think I told him I wanted to be tied up. One of my favorite kinks. I want to be tied up. So kinky. He responded to me that his kink is dirty talk. He loves dirty talk. Red flag. I told him immediately. I was mad. Legitimately, I felt angry that he said that to me. And I told him, I said, why are you telling me that you like dirty talk when you have been so non-responsive to literally days worth of dirty talk that I've been giving you? Your actions not matching your words is a red flag. And he was like, yeah, you're right. I do have a good reason. I do want to talk about why I feel this way and why I've been acting this way. Let me get home from work and I will write out
I'm I'm back for you. For more of you. I took more photos. I uploaded the butt photo onto Instagram for you. So if you've been waiting patiently all day for the picture of my butt, it's ready for you. My butt is there. My butt is there and available to you. It is on Instagram. Got my butt ready for you on Instagram. From this angle, the fit is very Sabrina Carpenter coded. North Countryman, it feels very strange to me that my personal style has been quite consistent over the 35 years of my life. And then to hear somebody be like, oh, you are so much like this pop star who just like came into popularity in the past 12 months is... What? No. I think these are just, I think this is my style. I don't think it is anyone else's. Fuzzy Bastard, oh my god, and the butt is shaking, just jiggling around. I had to put a specific filter on it because there's like a very, very small amount of light on my like opposite butt cheek from the light coming in from the one side. And the glitch filter, which I think is very cute and fun and like appropriate for this outfit, so hardcore, sort of darkens the image so you couldn't see the like individual cheeks with light on it. North Countryman, straw man argument. But we were just talking about Sabrina Carpenter. That's absolutely true. We were just talking about Sabrina Carpenter. That does not diminish the discomfort that I feel with my style being compared to somebody else's. I don't like it. I don't like it. Sabrina Carpenter is not in charge of washing her own clothes. She is not in charge of picking out her own outfits. She's not even in charge of dressing herself. But I do all those things myself. It doesn't make me feel good to put a gargantuan amount of individual effort into my style to have somebody else equate it to like one of the most popular pop stars on the planet. It's just like, yep, Sabrina Carpenter does have great personal style, which is afforded to her because she has a gigantic team of people helping her. Maybe we could just acknowledge that I'm doing this all by myself, and it's not like Sabrina Carpenter. It's very different from that. Yeah. That's fair. Thank you for laying it out like that. I mean, it's, yep. People are allowed to feel the way that they want to feel when you insult them, or you say things that diminish their existence. And we can be mindful and acknowledge that you didn't mean to insult me, but yeah, implying that my outfit is a copy or is in the theme of somebody else's outfit. I mean, it's my, number one, my outfit that I picked myself, so it's not anybody else's. And number two, it's this Monster High doll more than like the pop star of the moment. No offense to Sabrina Carpenter either. I love her music. I really do. I think it's like fun. It's very sweet. It's very fun. I like it a lot. I'm gonna say something controversial. I don't think she's a style icon. I really don't. The truth is, she's doing the same thing that I do very well, which is like the sort of like sexy baby thing. Absolutely, I can recognize that. But then that's really the thing. Like, we are both doing a sexy baby thing, absolutely. But then that's why it's like, that's not a Sabrina Carpenter thing. Madonna, and probably pop stars before Madonna, but like, I think Madonna was really like the first major pop star who was like a sexy baby. Yeah. It happens. What's a sexy baby? I'm
gonna blow your mind. There's this website where you can type your questions into it, and within literally less than a second, you can get hundreds of thousands of results. I'm gonna teach you how to fish instead of just giving you a fish, okay? Go open Google, type in, what's a sexy baby? You're gonna hear a knock on your door. That's the police. They're coming for you because you're a fucking moron who doesn't know anything. Exactly, Awesome Sauce. To be fair, I'm a really sexy baby. 30 Rock. I love an Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt where Titus is like worried about getting older. He literally walks into the room and puts his hand in his pocket and goes, oh my god, there's Werther's original caramels in here. They just appeared on their own. He's worried about getting older, and then he gets hit on. He gets hit on by like a construction guy. So he's like, oh, sick. I'm like, who cares if I'm getting older? And he rips his sweatshirt off. He takes off the like old man sweater, and underneath he has like a fucking baseball style, like where the sleeves are a different color and the collar is a different color from the white of the shirt, baseball style shirt. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm getting confused with the shirts that we actually made ourselves later in time. And it says baby slut. I want a hoodie that just says baby slut on it. I do want a hoodie that just says baby slut on it. That's so fucking funny. Baby slut. Dawn Forta says, I don't like her. It's a bit cheap. I don't know how to like really explain it. I'm speaking about Sabrina, by the way. You don't need to explain that Sabrina Carpenter doesn't appeal to you. There's this sort of logical experience of life that most people have where they recognize that not everything is for them. Yes, it sounds insane, but most people, like when they wake up in the morning and they open their eyes and they look out the window, they don't go, all of this is for me and all of it should just be made for me. Narcissistic people believe that. Are you a narcissist? Because non-narcissistic people are able to look at things in the world and go, that's not for me. That's not for me. I feel like a man saying, I don't know, I just like don't like Sabrina Carpenter, I don't get it, is very similar to a woman being like, I don't know, I don't want to watch 900 hours of World War II documentaries. It's just, I don't get it. I don't know why. It's just like, yeah, maybe that's not for you. Maybe that's not part of your socialized entertainment for your gender. What about the slut shirt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Aren't there a couple of them? Like when they go on vacation, do you mean? Yeah, there's this like really magical thing called personal preference. I think a lot of people don't seem to understand that their personal preference and their objective ability to assess the quality of things are not the exact same. A lot of people are like, it's not good unless I think it's good. And that's just not how the world works. This guy just gave me some money. That's good. That's good for him that he gave me money. I'm into it. Oh, the shirt that was it Holt who wears it with the pineapple? That's a pretty funny one. I don't know if I'm like I to be honest, I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine with my ex-boyfriend, the Big Turk. I don't think I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine anymore. When I see like memes and references to it, it's just nothing. I just dissociate away from it because it reminds me too much of him and watching it with him and like, no thank you. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, English is not my first language, by the way, sorry. While I appreciate that you clarify that English is not your first language, what you said is rude. Like, what you said was rude, regardless of whether English is your first or second language. You know what I mean? You learned English in a rude way. That's not English's fault. I've started rewatching Malcolm in the Middle, and it has aged so well. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I like that. I know that I can hate something and then other people will like it. I'm not going to tell them that they're wrong. I feel like one of the greatest examples of this is the Star Wars movies. It's like you can watch every Star Wars movie and you can objectively be like, this isn't very good. This objectively is not very good, but I enjoy it so much, it kind of makes it good. And enough people individually enjoy it, it almost makes it good. But it's not. You can still enjoy it even though it's bad. But we should be able to objectively be like, this is no good. Or this is great. That's right, Gamer Patrol. Welcome back for 6 months. Welcome back. Come hang out with me. It's a great day in the blanket fort. We're like done. We're all done for the day, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm going to take tomorrow off because I have errands I need to run. The dog has to go to the groomer. I need to... That's not the right verb. I was going to say I need to dump all my crap at fucking Goodwill. That's not the right way to discuss the beautiful transference of wealth that I am excited to be a part of. Oh, are we doing a new hairstyle? Oh, yay. Yay. Okay, yeah, let's do pigtails. Oh, I think, no, you guys, I did a really bad job. I was like doing so well at like brushing the dog all the time and keeping her fur really like soft and organized. And then over Christmas, I got kind of distracted and then I got kind of dumped over New Year's. And so the poor puppy, I think her fur is like just all knots. Just all knots, all knots. Poor puppy with all of her knots. I love pigtails. This is a warrior's hairstyle. I don't care what anyone says. Pigtails are a warrior's hairstyle. Yeah, I'm going into battle, baby. Gamer Patrol says, my boy gets so mad so quickly. I have no idea what he gets up to do that. Like rubbing up against stuff. I think that's how the hair gets matted. Because like, I know that when you're drying off like poodles and curly haired dogs, when you're drying them off, you're not supposed to rub their fur because that's how it gets matted. You're supposed to like squeeze it. You're supposed to like grab it and squeeze it. Grab it and squeeze it. You're supposed to grab and squeeze the fur. So like maybe they're like rubbing, and I know that my dog loves rubbing herself all over everything. She's a big rub-a-dub-dub. My puppa rub-bub. Yes. Yay! Yay! Oh yes, so cute. Pigtails are so Draculaura. So Draculaura coded. See, there's a real icon. The daughter of Dracula. That's a real icon. Not flat. No, it's actually so rude of me to poor fucking Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter, you are an icon. I'm not mad at you. I'm who I am. I'm who I am. I don't love being compared to other people. But have you seen Nosferatu? It's hitting streaming soon. I'm gonna watch it at home. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it in theaters. I have agoraphobia. Leave me alone. The world is a big, terrifying place, you guys. I'm scared. Because I'm not actually the daughter of Dracula. I'm just a regular person. This is kind of a Draculaura cosplay, though, and I'm here for it. I just need a little bit more pink, and then it'd be perfect. I heard that you see Nosferatu's penis. I heard that there's a shot where he jumps up and he's swinging full dong. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see Nosferatu's penis. She has pink streaks in her hair in the show, right? There's 3 generations of Monster High characters, and each of the 3 has like a different look. So I think G3, I think this is G3 right now. I think G2, she had streaks in her hair. And I think G3, she has the like pink and black split down the center. Maybe don't be too excited. I know it's like a blink and you miss it penis shot. I know it's not like a full like Nosferatu gangbang like I want it to be. I have to, you know, be the change I want to see in the world. That's my favorite part. that whole episode. Okay, I'm leaving now. I'll be back on Friday. We should do cosplay on Friday. Oh yes, you know what? We're gonna do cosplay on Friday. There's a cosplay that I want to do. I don't really give a fuck what any of the rest of you idiots want. I'm just gonna do the things that make me happy. And I'm gonna let you guys watch me do the things that make me happy. Oh yay, please go hang out with Miss Tricky. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Oh, there it goes. Yay. Thanks for hanging out, friends. Have a good rest of your day.